Sure, a lot today.
Hey, welcome to the Halloween special. We have Johnny Azari set to talk to us. We're going to be talking about an Australian K-Mart banning one of their costumes. 2 Halloweens, it might be a thing soon. There's a house where evil was born, we'll tell you where it is. And we also got Playing with Ballz, crazy news, and much more. Keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show. To the Epic Radio Show. I am your host, Epic. Welcome to the show that anything can happen at any fucking time. Anything can mess up.
Yep.
And I have to struggle to fix it. That's how it works.
That's how it works.
Absolutely.
Plan for fuck ups?
Yeah.
All the time.
I have to, man. If I don't, then we get screwed. So I have my 2 co-hosts over here. We're all Ghosty Ghost. Got
Ghost
Larry
Ghost.
Brazil and Chris Kettler.
Man, this ghost thing is flipping my mind.
Boo.
Spooky.
What about that spider?
I know.
He's a busy little
I
spider.
love the set though. I love the set.
Thanks,
I got the pumpkins up top.
Yeah. And then we have the one they call Ashley.
That's
Hello.
right. Hi.
She's Ghosty Ghost.
I'm Ghosty Ghost, regardless of the filters used or anything else.
Yeah.
I look like a
And then
vampire
you
or a
got
ghost.
candy corn. I think you're like a Halloween Statue of Liberty
That's
or
right.
some shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, what if they light up the Statue of Liberty for Halloween
See,
like
that's
that? That'd be pretty
right.
cool.
That's what he told me yesterday, and that's why it's fucking on my head right now. So I'm
Yeah.
like, that's right. That's all I need.
Absolutely.
Need to get it. That's what I'm gonna be.
We've got a great show for you guys today.
Of course.
Got a lot of stuff planned.
Oh, and the
Maybe.
smoke at the bottom.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
went all out this Halloween.
I love
great.
Halloween special. I love it.
Yes.
It's my favorite one. Like
Yes.
the rest of the year, it's fine, but like the Halloween special is my favorite.
Do you have
just-
more spooky music?
I do.
Spooky.
I have spooky music for our breaks and stuff like that. Yes.
Oh, I'm
Spooky.
excited. Okay.
Everybody loves the
Yes.
spooky.
I try to be festive on the holidays. I think we usually do Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas like this.
Nice.
Yes.
Nobody commented on my costume, though. I mean, everybody commented about Ashley's, which is great,
Of course.
but nobody commented on my costume, you know?
What's your costume?
I'm Mark Warren's mom.
Oh,
I
snap.
thought it was obvious.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
snap.
already brought him out early. I don't even. He's not even here.
He's
Gun
not
it
even
for
tuned
him.
in. It was a low punch, man. It was
Gun it for
a
him.
low cheap punch.
He's not here. He can't defend himself.
You know
Yeah.
that man is busy. I don't even know what to say.
Jesus Christ.
He's busy.
That was appropriate, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm trying to get to the chat here. Hold on.
I had a good weekend.
Yeah.
I did. I met a nice girl.
Hey
last night.
Ryan, how you
Oh,
doing? Hey
yeah.
Rachel, Tommy Parker,
Oh, here
Tommy
they come.
Parker, Sarah, Ryan.
Sarah
Here they
Duncan
come.
Steele.
You met a girl or you met a woman?
I
Hi,
I
Larry.
a nice,
He
a
just
nice,
came
a
into
nice
the
Asian
chat.
woman.
Awesome. Yeah.
Nice Asian woman. Man. It's very sweet. And
I
they're
thought I
taking
saw
her
s-
home
oh,
and
yeah.
everything.
Well,
It's
Sarah
so
Yeager was in the
nice.
chat.
Like all the way back
Hey,
to
guys.
Asia? What do you mean taking
No,
off?
no. Yeah, we just flew to Asia, you know.
You're back already, huh?
You're back.
Jeez.
I took you. No, I took it back to my place.
La Casa.
Yeah.
La
yeah.
Casa?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's talking
Huh?
about the
Let's
chick
talk
he
about the
met.
Asian
Last
chick
night after the comedy show, man, hooked up with this real sweet Asian girl, man.
Oh, yeah, really?
Went back to my house and drinking a little wine and stuff.
Daiquiri? Oh, wines. Oh.
Yeah, a little
I
wine.
thought you
Yeah.
went to daiquiris.
Little
Yeah,
wine.
Did she give you a little sweet and sour chicken?
What?
Whoa!
What?
Whoa!
Oh my god.
As the evening went on,
My
I went to make my
Sir?
food, you know?
Little bit of white rice.
Sir.
You gave her a little bit of white rice.
Oh, that's gross.
Actually,
Oh, yeah.
Don't like that.
Epic, actually, I was just looking to see if I could get a little 69 from her. So when I asked her, she got all freaked out. She looks at me and says, "You want shrimp and broccoli at this hour?"
Get out of here.
Jeez,
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
But
get
instead,
outta
you had to
here.
give her cauliflower dick.
Oh.
Damn.
Ew.
Hey, Tommy, thank
Everyone's
you for the welcome.
excited. Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone's excited to see Larry.
Everyone's excited to see
Larry's in
Larry.
the house.
Oh,
Larry's once a month.
I've been, once
It's
a
like
month.
A
Ashley's
menstrual
period.
cycle.
Whoa, I don't come at the same time.
No,
though.
you don't. You're not synced up yet.
I think I avoid that.
Like, damn, you're bringing up my menstrual cycle.
I'm
Yeah.
on text to Tommy like,
That's
okay,
odd.
wait, this weekend? Not this weekend. Got you.
And
That's
me
a,
and him check. Like, we're like,
that's
oh, wait,
a horror
so.
story of itself.
Oh, Jesus.
They haven't made an American horror story about periods yet. That would
They haven't?
that would be the best
And they need
season.
to.
Yeah.
You know, the
Hey,
creep,
Anastasia.
The creep show is back. Maybe they
Renee.
can do something.
Creep
Oh,
Show
yeah?
back, really?
Yeah,
Really?
it's on,
Wow.
oh, god damn it. what
Not
show is
HBO,
that?
is it?
Oh, my God.
So it's on a
No.
streaming thing, I'm going to guess.
Yeah,
it's
me
on
and
some-
Larry
it's on a
cycle sync up.
Yeah, it's on some streaming thing. It's like this horror streaming service or
Oh,
something.
Shudder.
Yes,
I have Shudder.
Yeah,
It's with
on
my- it's
Shudder.
with
Hey,
my Amazon
Anastasia.
Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch it through other methods, but yes,
It's
that's the
terrible.
network.
Shudder's
it's
not-
Hey,
on.
Renee.
Not worth.
Mhm. I'll say your
but
cousin's
I
in
want
there.
the creep show.
Yes.
We're having our own conversation over here. They're just
Yeah.
saying hi to
Absolutely.
the
That's
chat.
usually how it works. It's usually like him and
I
Mark
know.
having a whole conversation. So.
Absolutely.
I hope you guys can follow along.
Ryan.
No, I'm not listening.
Creep,
Ri-
not you guys.
Hey, Larry.
not you.
No, they're not
Chris.
listening either.
What's up?
Ryan said
Ryan
sweet
who?
Asian sauce. They sell that at Kroger.
Mm.
That was pretty
Oh,
funny.
Jesus.
I want me some of that sweet Asian sauce.
Absolutely.
It's tangy.
I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, guys.
Never dated an Asian though.
I see.
I've never dated an Asian.
No?
Yeah, who's in the room is dating an
Their
Asian
pubes
woman?
aren't
I
curly,
have.
you know that?
Yeah?
I
Yeah.
did not.
Yeah, they're not curly pubes,
I
man.
didn't know. Maybe I didn't know that. Maybe I
Straight
did.
hair.
They're straight hair, yeah.
You say you have? Oh.
Yeah, they
Yes.
Yeah.
Said he has.
comb it and
I had
braid
a crush
it
on
and
an
weave
Asian when I
it.
was in high school.
Absolutely.
When I was in middle school.
Put it
Yeah.
into a bun.
Put it into a bun, a muffin bun.
Outta
Oh,
here.
no. So Asians have different muffin tops?
That,
I guess so.
we would call that a dumpling.
A pot sticker.
Yes.
Ashley just shakes her head.
I never dated an Asian person, so
What's
never have.
we could probably introduce you.
Us and the kids are doing fine.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
Yeah.
Heather.
Introduce me, yeah, sure.
Is it family check-in?
Yeah.
I thought the court system does that.
They do that too. Oh man.
Yeah, I gave him a cold.
Yeah,
so
I'm
he's
still-
getting over it.
Ew, why'd you
It's
tell
still
me? Chris,
there.
why'd you sitting
But
here?
whatever.
Hmm?
What?
He's not contagious, he
I
said.
No.
could have sat in the box.
Yeah.
How'd you give him a code? Aren't you always in the box?
I
keep
live with him.
No.
Like, what the
You don't
fuck
keep her
do
in the box?
you mean?
You don't keep it in the
Well,
box.
How
the
did I
kids
not?
got it,
The
Of
kids
course.
got like
gave
a
it to
real,
her,
Of course.
Then I just gave it
and
to
then
him.
gave it to
But
me.
bro, you
That's
got
the
a
way it
box.
works.
Anytime anybody in your house gets sick, you put them in the box.
I can't live here.
It's like the penalty
unfortunately.
box.
Quarantine, man.
It would be ideal. I would love to just sit in this fucking box and not.
I
have to
wonder
do
how
anything.
much it is to get hazmat suits.
I'm gonna
That's what I
redesign my house and put a sick box in the basement.
There you
go,
like when
man.
you get sick,
Go
this
sit
is
in
where
the
you
box.
go and sleep.
Tuberculosis room, you
Bye.
know?
That's
You ain't
hilarious.
getting everybody sick out here.
Usually I don't. Usually like it's Emily or usually it's Emily. She
Now
she
you know
catches
exactly
everything.
who it is. That's when you just put a plastic
Yeah.
shield on the door.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
seriously, we had her wearing a mask. Like she was sick a couple months ago. We
Yeah.
had her wearing a mask and we were spraying
Yep.
her with Lysol and shit.
Really?
That is called
Yes.
defined patient zero.
It
you
is.
need to
Yep.
do something about
Yep.
that.
Like,
Absolutely.
fuck that kid. She was
Nipped
like, go
it in the
upstairs.
bud.
Go upstairs.
Go upstairs. Stay
Leave
away
us
from us.
alone. Yeah, we just kind of made her go away.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go into our first topic real
Okay,
quick.
what is that?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's
We're
what
not
it is.
diving into it. We're just gonna go right into it.
We're
We're going
diving
right
in.
into it.
I'm standing on a diving board, ready to go.
That's
Now I
right,
gotta
let's go.
climb
We're
down.
diving.
All right, let's go.
So, Kmart has removed a child's bride costume from shelves across Australia after her mom said the children's wedding dress normalized forced child marriage. The retail giant responded swiftly after she created a Change.org petition, which had just 200 signatures at the time.
I'm gonna get a Change.org position to stop Change.org.
There you go.
This is
Yes.
bullshit.
I'll
To
sign
get rid
that.
of the beyond inappropriate and offensive dress-up piece. In a statement, a Kmart spokesperson said they regretted the decision to stock the bride costume. It was not intended to cause offense, and we sincerely apologize. We have made the decision to withdraw the product. A counter petition was launched after Kmart announced the product's removal on Tuesday, which had garnered more than 3,000 signatures demanding the dress be put back on shelves. Let kids be kids, the petition says. Kids love dress-ups and weddings are all about love. This is a good thing. And then one commenter suggested, Kmart, if you really want to do something to help, donate the profits sold to an organization that is helping these poor girls being forced to marry. I got a picture of what
Like how you
this
said
looks like.
picture. It's a picture.
And you decide for yourself. Look
So-
at this. She looks like Honey Boo Boo, right?
Oh my God.
Wait, we're
She
getting
looks
it
like
over
Honey
here.
Boo Boo, right?
Honey Boo.
Right,
She
dude.
does. She looks.
That's what they
She
coulda
looks
got
more
away
like a
with.
pageant or some
They
shit.
could
You
have just
know?
said Honey Boo Boo costume. Why didn't they just
I mean,
say
what do
that?
you guys think?
I think
you know?
she's
What if-
Honey Boo Boo on the keto diet.
Oh my God.
Ah,
Oh, jeez.
well, no, it's not Honey Boo Boo. It's what's the kid's name? I don't remember the
know.
kid's
I
name.
don't remember her name.
Okay.
Anyways.
Everyone remembers Honey Boo Boo, but fucking
Everybody, yeah, I
nobody
don't.
remembers the
her
actual
name.
girl
of the
that
child.
it was supposed to be about.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's like a teenager now, but
Oh, that's what they
anyways,
call her, right? Oh,
yeah.
I don't know her name. Oh,
The
Mary
mom
Sue?
was Honey Boo
Mary
Boo.
Sue or something like that.
Hey,
yeah.
Jeremy.
Oh.
Am I being real stereotypical calling her Mary Sue?
I don't know. No, it sounds about right, dude. Sounds
So-
about right.
Like,
How does
Goo-
everybody
Google
feel
it.
about this?
Okay, so here's the thing. The only thing
Yeah.
that would solve this is, or the first question I asked, we're not solving it
Yeah.
yet. First question: is there a groom costume? Does anybody know where's the groom
Didn't hear
costume?
about
I don't know.
You
I
know,
don't
because
know.
if there's a groom costume, then
Yeah.
it's like peanut butter and jelly.
I
You
would
know,
agree.
like you got to have that. You
Gotta
got to
have
have the
a-
complete costume.
Now,
Keeping it
see,
balanced.
I mean, that's what I
Another
would've
thing
done.
I was thinking too is like, you know, 9 times out of 10, it's not. You're not just dressing them up in the wedding dress. You're making them like a zombie.
You're making them
Yeah.
something
Or,
like,
like,
gory
putting
or something.
blood on
I think
them,
that, yeah, you probably
whatever.
want
So I see on one hand of it where people could be like, oh, like it's promoting because the age range is from 4 to 6.
Okay.
You would think like, okay, well,
I mean,
that's,
I think it's weird that, like, you know, the bride costume itself, it's just
Yeah.
weird because, like, who wants to fucking dress as a bride? Like,
For Halloween.
I mean, I
Yeah.
understand
But
for,
I can
like,
see
dress
that.
up at home.
well,
dress up
I
at
can see
home
a
is one
princess
thing.
or
Like,
something.
oh,
like,
yeah.
But what
like,
if the girl wants to dress up as the bride of Chucky?
But
I need a
that's-
bride
that's
costume.
yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, and that's I guess it's fine, but like I don't know. I feel like I would just go to the thrift store, just get like a little like used dress and just. Fuck
that's
up.
exactly what Rachel said too. It's pretty. I would have made it into a
Yeah,
bride
I just
of
would have.
Chucky.
I would have done it a cheaper
Yeah.
route.
It
I guess.
didn't look like anything all that.
Hey, Jeremy.
much. It was just like an Easter dress.
Now-
it
now,
looked like, you know.
The issue about promoting, what do they say, child?
I think it's like
Child
child
brides?
marriage. Yes.
Yeah. So are they stopping like the witch costumes because they're promoting witchcraft? Just because
Yeah,
there's
they've
a
been
costume
trying
of
that
a
for
witch?
years,
Yeah.
right?
So that's not
Well-
that hasn't been like you said. It's been going for decades, probably trying
Well,
to stop
and this
that.
is
They're not
another
stopping that.
thing
Why
too
they-
that I've noticed, and this is a trend. It doesn't take but like 1 or 2 people to complain about it
Yep.
before
Oh, I
they
know.
take it off.
Yep.
Because if you listen to the article, 200 people signed the petition to take it off the shelves, but over 3,000 said to keep it on.
Yeah.
So most people don't find it offensive.
Yeah. Most people.
But
you
it's
said-
the couple people that throw a stink
Yeah.
Wait,
that-
that
wait,
usually
wait.
get their way.
The number
Mhm.
was a bit reversed in my head. I'm dyslexic too. When you say something,
I think this is the key.
you said 200,000 said to remove it.
200.
No.
200.
200 people
Yes.
said to remove it.
And they pulled it.
Change.org can't do anything with 200 people.
Well,
What are they talking about?
Kmart did.
Kmart did their own survey.
They did it on their
No,
own.
they
just
did it
took
on their own after they saw the
The
'cause
stink.
they
after
probably-
they smelled it.
the lady probably complained to them and then started the petition.
You would think that this kind of research would have been done already, though, for that thing to get on a shelf in a
Very.
retail space. You know, like,
Well,
mean,
and that's probably
it's
what
like
they did. They
costume.
probably did a survey. Most people didn't find it offensive, so they
See, I
put it
think
on
those
the
are
shelf.
yeah, what's
But then, but the way things go viral now, like
Yeah, everything. There's always somebody who's going to be offended by something. And
It's a costume.
I mean, it's a costume.
It's
I just would have. I'm
costume.
cheap. I just would have
It's
went about it
pretend.
cheap. You know, I just would have
It's
went about it. a different way.
imagination.
Oh,
Ryan
Rifle
Hufford said Blue
people's
Lake Special.
imaginations. Come on.
Ryan's over here saying cut it with the kitchens too.
Yeah,
make
I
it
like
Yeah.
the
home.
kitchens. They're cute. I
Yeah,
love that.
so you're gonna stop the little
Yeah.
kitchens, but you're gonna make the little workshops.
Well, what do we do at weddings?
Like
We
you
dress them up as flower girls
I know.
and ring bearers and send them, to pretend like they're.
I just think
grown-ups.
I mean, I wonder how much this
Let's
costume
stop
is.
that. That's
it's
the
probably,
real.
I mean, it's
costume.
I
Kmart.
hate
It's
that
probably
shit,
like
like-
$12 or whatever.
I wouldn't pay $12 for a dress that I'm gonna like do other shit to. I just
You know, when I was a kid, I
Don't
didn't
do
like
that.
the whole pink kitchen and everything, but I like being in the kitchen. Even as an adult now, I like being in the
Oh,
kitchen.
yeah.
They need to make a goddamn blue and black kitchen. Like I need.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm
I
good
agree.
with
I've
the
seen
colors.
people alter them. I've seen people like
yeah, I'm good
you
with
know.
the colors, but like everybody can have a little kitchen
Yeah.
when you was a kid.
I mean,
You
there's
know, doing them little rubber.
Easy
There's a lot of
Yeah.
chefs out there, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's
I
a lot
mean,
of chefs.
Olivia likes her little kitchen. She just like uses the shelves to put random shit in. I'm
Yeah.
Like,
I
she
mean,
doesn't
and Ryan
even-
likes playing with it
yeah,
too.
Ryan plays with her
Yeah.
too. So
We don't care.
Don't do that. That's how my kids just leave shit on the stove now. Like,
it's okay that it's her kitchen.
They're
She can
used to
leave
that.
whatever she wants
Yeah.
anywhere. She can leave whatever she wants on
If
her
you're a
kitchen.
good mom, actually, you tell her to do them dishes and put them away right.
It's so funny because I
Yeah.
put my hair up when I do dishes, and when she's doing her dishes, she'll like, "Can you put my hair up? I'm gonna do the dishes."
That's cute,
I'm
yeah.
like, "Okay."
The best post
That's
actually was
funny.
the one you did about the cleaning this week.
Oh yeah, she was cute.
That was-
oh, my
that was the
God.
best
What was
post.
that
She
one
was
I
so
missed?
cute.
I miss Facebook, man. I swear. I'm only on Facebook pages
Share it, Ashley.
nowadays.
I
Somewhere
was
is
well, I
your
was just
post.
cleaning the house, and then she comes up to me. She's just like she just wanted to help me. So she's like, I have so much cleaning to do. I have so much to do. And she's like running through the house randomly cleaning stuff, and I'm like, I don't know if this is more like helpful or just making me have to clean more
Get an
stuff.
insight to what it's like with
Wow.
Ashley with that. I
But
think.
okay, like this is fine.
Yeah.
Like so, I mean, I don't know.
Use that.
I do. I mean,
Sit
she
back.
cleans
Yeah.
stuff, whatever.
Oh,
I mean, they're pretty
yeah.
good
Oh,
about that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
She's sometimes they're the total opposite. but
Ryan
this-
more so, I think.
Brian's particular.
He's a little bit more particular.
hmm
I just
OCD.
I
Yeah.
give my son
Yeah.
a dust rag and say, rub this anywhere you see wood.
Oh my God.
That's around the house.
Like dust this, just wipe it anywhere. And she
Jesus.
took. It was so funny because she took, those like pieces to like vacuums, like they have the brush on them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She took that and she was just like brushing stuff. That's what she did.
That's
She was like
hilarious.
I'm
brushing
just
her
afraid
door.
after telling him that, though, the other conversation I'm going to have when he's a teenager.
Yeah,
about rubbing wood.
Yeah.
like no, not that's
like,
not
this
what
is
I
what I'm
meant.
supposed to do with the
I
dust
know that,
rag.
man. You noticed that.
Yeah.
I did not go there.
Yeah. I know. I heard it too, and I was like,
Maybe.
You're setting it up, but I can't
little
knock it
restrained.
down.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can knock that one down, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's done.
Gotcha. All right.
It's
well,
your son though.
save
so
that
it's
we're
one.
about to go on break.
To keep it.
Before we do, I want to do a little pluggy plugs.
Pluggy plug.
Make sure you follow us on the social medias, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Check us out on theepicradioshow.com. You can actually watch us live right on the website now.
Live.
Yes.
Live?
Website.
What? We have a website? No.
Yes.
And we're live.
We have our merch.
We're live right now. What the
Yes.
fuck?
Is our
I
merch
know.
live?
Jesus.
Our merch is live too.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
yes.
snap.
spooky. Just in time for
What's
Halloween.
going on?
We actually have some baby products in there. We
We
have
do.
hoodies. We have flip flops.
Flippin' floppers.
Flip it floppers.
Binkies.
Is
Yeah.
it wrong to buy baby products if you don't have a baby?
We've got binkies.
Well, there's
water
people that do have
balloons,
babies.
I can send it to the babies.
Condoms.
Yeah. Also, if you wanted to donate to the show,
Yeah, there's epic
Uh,
condoms. So that you can feel bigger too.
Oh!
yeah.
It makes it look bigger
See, that's
than you
the
really
thing
want.
about
makes it
Epic.
look- it
We're
makes
always
it
trying to
look
fuck you.
Oh, it's a good show
Oh,
today, guys. Stay
Yes.
with us.
Missed
Yes.
that guy.
Oh,
But if you want to donate to the show on Cash App, we're $$ the Epic Radio
we're
Show.
hungry.
Or buy
Yes.
a T-shirt.
Yes.
They're only
They're $10 and free
man.
shipping.
I need more Starbucks.
I got the
He says more Starbucks. I say I'm hungry. Like, who are you gonna like? Really? Like,
I
come
got
on, Larry.
Buy
I
a
got
shirt.
the,
Everybody's down
my
for
God,
Starbucks.
guys. I got the shirts with with free shipping now.
Free shipping.
Shipping.
Free
Dang.
shipping.
Yeah.
So it's
Dang.
$10 out the door, and you can be
Yep.
styling,
Exactly.
and profiling.
It's still probably tax
Whoa.
though.
Whoa, I
Oh,
rhymed
that's-
it there.
Whoa.
Hi,
All right,
Ryan's
guys.
mom.
Hit my little urban
Hi.
soul there, Bam.
Hello, Lavanda.
hey,
Lavanda.
hey, your mom.
Hey, Ryan's mom.
All right, so we're gonna go on break. When we get back, we're gonna have
We're coming back.
yes,
Probably.
Johnny Azari.
That's
I'm not going
Keep it
anywhere, so I
locked
can't
right
come
here.
back.
my guest today. Let me see if I can find this stupid thing. There we go. All right, so my guest today is a comedian out of New York. I want everybody to give a big welcome to Johnny Azari.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, what's up, Johnny?
Hey y'all, how you doing?
Oh, we're doing great, man. How are you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm good. I'm down in South Beach on tour, and Siri didn't remind me about this, so you called, and I just woke up. So this is gonna be fun.
Sounds fun, man.
Hey, that's all right, Johnny. I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. You forgot your own show? That's the best way to do it. Is just to be like last minute responsibilities. I like it.
Well, it's not really my show, so I don't really give a damn, you know?
Oh, it's not your show?
I just show up and say stupid shit.
Oh, cool. We both have the same job.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what I find interesting about you is you've had kind of like a crazy background and stuff, man. Like, so you played music for a while. You've been doing comedy. You were doing both at one time. Why did you stop music originally?
I mean, basically, I ended up beginning to hate it. It's a long story, but the short version of the story is I played one too many Into the Ass Crack shows, and the way I describe an Into the Ass Crack show is when you're sitting there on stage singing, and the audience is sitting at the bar with their backs to you.
Gotcha.
Watching the game, so you're literally singing right into their ass cracks. Like you can see their ass cracks, and that's where you're singing. And I mean, that wasn't the only type of show I did, but you know, when you're driving around as an unknown blues musician, people just kind of give you money to just be there, and that shit's pretty soul breaking. And that's kind of how I got into comedy. Was doing shows like that, I would start talking to the audience to try to pull them in, and then I realized I could make them laugh. And it wasn't very long till I liked the sound of their laughter better than I did like the sound of my own music. So I just kind of put the guitar down and just, you know, started yelling at drunken assholes for $100 a night.
Gotcha. And you've been on tour basically since 2015, correct?
2015 is when I marked my official start in comedy, but I've been on tour since 2013.
And
as a musician.
How's life on the road treating you?
I've done it for so long that it's mechanical.
Yeah.
So it's still horrible, but I love it too much to stop.
True that.
Absolutely.
It's a good album name.
It's good. I mean, my favorite great game is called Swipe and Drive. You know, where you just like I swipe on Tinder while I'm driving, but I don't look at who I'm swiping on. I swipe right on everybody because I don't want to die, but I do want to get laid. And then you roll into town and you just matched with every gargoyle in whatever town you're in, and then it's the process of filtering through that. And then still not getting laid because Tinder sucks. But, you know, it's fun.
It's like Tinder Russian roulette.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. And I thought it was kind of funny that, you know, you said you've done over 200,000 miles of shows. You're talking about Tinder, but you're actually married.
Yeah.
How long you been married?
2 years and change.
Yeah. And you guys have an open relationship. How does that work?
That was my wife's idea. When we met, I had to leave for tour in 3 weeks, and I asked her, I was like, "Are we gonna be monogamous for 6 months?" And she was like, "Hell no." So that's kind of how it started, and I don't know. I joke and say that I've always been in open relationships. This is just the first time my partner knew about it. So,
so I guess whatever works, right?
Yeah, it works for us. You know, I mean, we don't have a ton of time, so I don't want to go into too much detail on how a poly thing works. But it's not for everybody. But if you can make it work, it's basically like having your cake and then fucking everyone else's cake too. So
that's a brilliant way, I think, to word it. You're actually, is that from what I'm reading, you're Iranian, is that correct?
Yeah.
How does that? How do you think your comedy reflects that? Your background.
Well, I mean, I've forced myself to talk about it. To me, my identity is the least interesting thing
Gotcha.
about the life that I live. I was also raised in America. Like, I came to this country when I was 1.
Gotcha.
And I was raised in New York City. I don't speak my own language. So for me, I'm American,
Yeah.
but for everybody who wants to divide us up into categories,
Exactly.
Iranian American, right?
Yeah.
So I started writing material about it because that seems to be all they're putting on late night TV.
Yeah.
Is like, so I'm like, all right, but of course I ended up writing like the most un-TV friendly material. So I don't know.
So you have a new comedy album coming out. It's called "Fuck Boy for the Status Quo." What are some words that best describe it?
Well, if you want to listen to the story about how a Middle Eastern immigrant ended up adopting a white baby, it's got that. If you want to hear a story about how I got thrown out of a whorehouse in Nevada at 9 a.m, after almost getting lynched by an angry mob, it's got that. It's pretty political for the most part, social political. It's kind of like where my comedy and my mind lives. So it's a big. I attack both the left and right pretty hard, conservatives and liberals. I've had a lot of people say the album's very fair.
Yeah.
Because there's problems
with both sides.
Both
Absolutely.
Yeah, both sides have really lost their mind. Like, I used to identify as a liberal, and then liberals got on this weirdo train to Psycho Town, and I was just kind of like, you guys know you're on the same train as the other side. You're just going in the other direction, right? You're both on the same crazy ass train, and I can't ride with you guys anymore. So I don't really know how to identify myself anymore because I'm not a conservative, but whatever the liberals are doing, I'm not that either.
They're
so
just too far left, aren't they, Johnny?
I wouldn't say they're left, because left is like, they don't give a shit about like what the corporations are doing and all of the corruption going on in the money system and the financial system and how it's rigged and all of that. All they really care about is like which bathroom you can piss in. You know?
Yeah.
It's just dumb. It's not. They're not really trying to change the system because like the term limousine liberal, right? It's benefiting them all in corruption.
Absolutely.
So they're just playing the divide game to keep the system going along.
Yep.
And that to me is despicable. So, to quote them, deplorable.
And you're a big proponent on freedom of speech, and you're really against like this, like just people being sensitive, like the being politically correct.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a huge supporter of freedom of speech. I believe that that's the primary pillar that a democracy is founded on. So, yeah, I will fight for freedom of speech to the bitter end. And I believe in politically correct culture when it applies to things that are political, such as your politicians, your place of work, But when you start putting that ideology into the arts, then especially comedy, but all of them, you're censoring people's reaction to their life. And that if you start like spray painting on the mirror that is art, well, you can't see yourself anymore, So to me, it's like to do that, especially comedy, because comedy, to quote Oscar Wilde, is if you're going to tell someone the truth, make them laugh or else they will kill you. So, so it's always been,
that's true.
It's always been comedy's role. I mean, historically, like the jester in like plays and Shakespeare, it was the comedian that was the one that could tell the king he was fucking up when everyone else was like, oh no, this is a great idea. So it's a very dangerous thing to start censoring art. But like, if you're in the workplace, your coworkers shouldn't be like going around saying the N-word and all of that.
Absolutely.
So there's a balance to it. But again, liberals have, and I think if Trump gets knocked out of the office, either impeached or loses, they'll hopefully
I
come
dig
back
that.
to their senses, but I don't know. They drank the Kool-Aid
Just
pretty
slam it
deep,
to the
man.
back.
Yeah. All right. So, status quo for the fuckboy. When's that coming out? That should be out this week, right?
I like that title better. Status quo for the fuckboy.
All right. Oh my God!
Fuckboy for
I
the
swear
No,
to
it's all
God.
good.
Yeah.
No, you fixed it. It's better.
Fuckboy for
Now
the
it'll
status.
sell.
Yeah. I said it so backwards. I'm so like.
That's just
Yeah.
volume 2.
Yeah, it's volume 2. Yep.
Got
Volume
it.
2.
Yeah, volume 2.
Fuckboy for the status quo. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
out
coming-
this week, right?
Tomorrow it's going to be
Tomorrow,
available
yes.
on iTunes and Amazon. You can buy the CD directly from me on my website.
Yep. Which
You know,
is.
and it's
I thought you were going to say your band.
JohnnyAzari.com. Azari is spelled Azari. Azari.
All right. Cool.
Just like
Yeah.
it reads on screen, guys.
Can I get it
Awesome.
directly
Yeah.
from the van?
Go
What's
get
The album. Can I get it directly from the van?
that?
Yeah, but you have to suck my dick in the back.
Absolutely.
It better be funny.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Well,
Oh, it'll make you laugh. my dick, not the comedy.
yeah, tickle the back of his throat, right? Okay. Anyways, where can find? I can't even talk.
I think Ryan
Where
said it in
can
chat.
people-
Sounds good either way.
Find you on tour. Like, where's your next places like that you're going to perform at? Going to be at?
I'm currently in Florida, so I have a show on Tuesday in St. Pete, and then the next day in Tallahassee, and then I'm in Alabama, Atlanta, Huntsville, Nashville, Chattanooga, Baltimore. I'm missing some places, but it's all on my website.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning. We really appreciate it. You guys really need to check out his. I mean, you got stuff on YouTube. You got check out your website, all that stuff. So, thank you again, Johnny, for being on the show. We really appreciate it, and we're gonna go on break. When we get back, we're gonna be hanging out with Larry. Larry Player One is gonna give us some gaming news, and we're gonna talk about National Trick or Treat Day. Keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show.
Thank y'all so much.
No problem. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Johnny, I think we're connected on Facebook, I just noticed. If you ever come to the Ohio area, Northeast Ohio, look me up. I produce.
Where are you?
I produce about 25 shows a month from Youngstown to Columbus. I've got the Northeast corner.
shit.
I'm the biggest independent producer in Northeast Ohio, man. Look me up when you get this way. We'll talk.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Epic Radio Show. That was a great interview with Johnny Azari.
Woohoo.
It's great.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, what's up? Why are you trying to hide, man?
I was getting
Was he trying to hide?
Leaning up in the Ashley. Like, hey.
I was just
Yeah.
getting out of the way so that
I know.
Larry could do his thing.
Yeah, so it's been a while, Larry. Hopefully you got
Been a
some
while.
cool video game news for us.
I don't.
You
Dang
don't?
it. Well, we're not doing your fucking segment then.
No,
Yeah.
so like it
Oh,
was
well.
weird because like I got to make stuff like I obviously want to make stuff funny because it's the thing, but
You
not
don't
everything.
have to, though.
But not everything.
You don't have to make things funny on the show. We can make things funny out of nothing.
So it's not about making it funny. It's about the thing that if I talk about like real gritty news, it becomes really nerdy and boring. Like
That's all right.
It really is.
I mean,
This is
that's
true.
you, though.
This is true.
All right, but
Larry.
anyways, we're going to get right into Larry Player One. Let's do the intro. All right,
He
guys.
loves it.
awesome.
He's so
Yes.
I gotta move
happy.
this way.
All right.
Okay, yeah, it's awesome. I
Yes,
love that background.
Larry,
I
is
got
it
little
awesome?
pumpkins down there.
Yeah, there's pumpkins down there.
man.
There's all kinds of webs and shit.
All right,
Like it's Spider-Man.
Okay, Larry Player One. Brought to you,
So
I guess,
Larry
by
Player
There's One
One.
Like to Play there.
Yeah, well, this is the first time he's seen the set since I've redone everything.
Yes,
so he
yes.
was kind of in awe, like that I was able to put it together like that. So
Something just went out.
no, she turned off the mic.
My sound
Her
went out.
mic.
Oh, is that my sound? Oh, that was
No,
her mic.
That
Oh,
was
okay.
her mic. Yeah.
Because I don't hear myself. But okay, whatever.
All right. Anyways,
All right. First up,
yes.
everybody's got the new Call of Duty. I think everybody's got it. We don't have it yet. Unfortunately, our shipment didn't come in, so we don't have it yet. We should have it tomorrow, maybe. I think Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the latest in Call of Duty, is out. It came out on weird day Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everybody's pretty excited about it. I've got to say, it actually does look pretty damn gorgeous. There's a video that I was watching, and I actually called our general manager over. I'm like, Lewis, come take a look at this, because it looked like the straight up footage from like a tactical playback of military
Gotcha,
just going
yeah.
up the stairs, like
Yeah.
real creep mode. And I'm just looking at it and I'm just like, man, that shit looks so fucking real. But there is a very real part in the game. It's in the campaign. Yes, spoilers ahead, but not too much spoilers about the story itself. It's just the incident that happens in the game that even if you just read any news about it, you've probably heard. There is I don't want to call it an opportunity, but there is a moment where you have the option to shoot a baby.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
a baby. You're actually
Is that slang for something? Shooting a baby?
no,
Is that
I mean,
like
That's
I don't
what
know
I'd
the
say
episode
once.
I'm
I'm not
Yes.
gonna say I don't know.
I'm shooting the baby.
I don't
What?
know particularly if the Marines go in and they get the target and they say baby down. I don't know.
I'm so stuck on this
Can you
thing right
imagine
now.
that? Baby down, baby down.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what actually they should. That should be the top secret name for Trump, right? And
That's
the
what I
Secret
was
Oh my
thinking,
God.
man.
Secret Service over here like baby down,
Oh my
baby
God.
down.
I'm so stuck on this. You have to make a choice whether to shoot a baby.
No, you don't make the
I
choice,
wonder-
but you have a choice if you. So I don't know how to
please.
put that.
Yes.
So the way
Yeah,
you're
get this-
putting it,
Yeah.
it's not like you have to make the choice. The game isn't forcing you to make this choice.
Okay.
You have, and I don't want to even say like you have an option because it shouldn't even be an option in your head.
Well,
Here's how it
yeah.
breaks down. Okay.
Okay.
You are infiltrating this house, and without giving spoilers away of what you're doing there, you just get to this upstairs bedroom. Now, one of two things can happen at that point. You can either shoot the door in order to get in. If you do that, you kill the person behind the door. Okay?
Okay.
You get in. I'll
Okay.
explain later. But option 2 is you stand by the door, breach the door, allow the person who's by the door to open the door, and when they open the door, you lead to the next things. Now, if you decide to shoot the person and they're laying on the ground as soon as you open the door, you could turn and you see a baby. Now remember, you're trying to be quiet, but the baby is crying. Now you already shot the place up. You gotta get the baby to be quiet. What do? Now,
I can't play this game.
Shoot the baby.
If
Is
you
there
shoot,
an option to put C4 on the baby?
Oh my god! Shut up! Get out of here!
A
I
seaway
can't.
blanket.
I can't do this. I can't do
grenade?
this segment. I
Like
have to.
anything.
This is why
Either-
I mute myself.
Either way,
Explosive binky.
I should have just kept myself muted.
if you do shoot the baby,
Oh God.
a message does come up and says children are non-combatants.
Yes.
It's cool, right? That's easy. Now, remember I told you that you could just wait and allow the person to open the door, right?
Yes.
If you wait too much time, she ends up putting the baby in the crib. So if she opens the door by herself, you may shoot her, and then you again are presented with the option, what do you do with the baby? But there is a moment where if you open the door too fast when you're knocking and breaching, and she opens the door, you force her to open it, she's holding the baby. Now, at that point, you can shoot both of them. If you do that, the thing that pops up is not that children are non-combatants. It's not that, friendlies are not combatant or non-combatants. It just straight up says, "Are you serious?"
Oh no.
The screen just says, "Are you serious?"
Yes.
So
That's what I would say.
But so what's the deal? Should they have put something like? Did that game need that moment? Does it absolutely? I remember in past Call of Duties, if you remember the first Modern Warfare, there was the moment where you were in an airport and you had the option. You were the terrorist, and you were to mow down a crowd full of people in an airport. Did I say mow down? Gun down?
Mow down?
Mow
Mow
down.
down.
Well,
You didn't have, you didn't
I
have a
hear
vehicle.
mowing.
No, it was not. It was not a vehicle instance. That game did not have vehicles
Okay.
yet.
Rachel's with
That's a
me on this.
Battlefield
Thank
game
you, Rachel.
that did that.
Don't kill the baby.
But yeah, so they're known already for putting these type of moments in these games.
Yes.
Do we continue with these kind of moments? I think I like the idea that. Okay, not like the idea.
Okay, I was
Let
about
me
to say,
just
hold on.
say-
Not like the idea.
Hold on.
Let me
back
just
up.
say that once I get this game, I will never get past that moment because I'll always shoot the baby.
You're always just shoot the baby to see. But the thing is, the game ends. Like you never.
I know. That's why I said I'll never
judging
get
you
past
man.
that.
So hard right
I
now.
will never
Holy
finish that
shit.
game because I will always shoot the baby because that baby is suspicious as fuck.
I agree with Ryan. Don't kill the baby mama either. Speaking
kill
coming
the
from
baby mama.
coming from the baby mama over
Well, there's
here.
a
Can you just kill the baby and hook up with the baby mama?
No,
Baby
no,
mama's lives matter too.
we don't need that option. Why you gotta give it? Why you gotta put killing babies as
So
an option?
there is another
This
theory
is bullshit.
Okay.
that I read into
Fuck you,
on
Tom.
some Reddit channels. I went deep. Okay.
He went in deep on this.
So they're saying so there's someone saying like what if the game was supposed to end there because that's who you were supposed to kill because he was going to end up becoming the villain in like a Modern Warfare 2. Like the game should
Gotcha.
end. That you the theory is that you finished off the mission.
I
But
know.
it's
Fuck him.
ridiculous.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's
So
Call of Duty
cold.
shooting the babies.
No.
Play it if you wanna.
Everyone's like, don't kill the baby, except for you.
Just
you
go-
fucking want to kill the babies. Fuck you.
Everybody says don't kill the babies.
Let's see. Rachel, Rachel's like, don't kill the baby. Ryan, don't need that option.
we'll just call it a belated
Sarah
abortion.
Duncan-Steele, no.
It's just
Whoa.
a video game.
It's just a video game, but it's a fucking
A
baby.
video game.
I'm just
I'm feeling very
joking.
strongly about this baby because everyone's just like, oh, it's just a game, but it's a fucking baby.
Yeah.
God damn
But
it.
it's a video game, baby.
I'm emotionally this is the emotionally stable thing. Like I'm not on this.
Now
right
the thing about it is when you do shoot the baby, it immediately goes black. So you do not see like any.
Well, yeah,
any
but,
you don't see any of that. Like
No
as soon
baby
as you-
blood?
As soon as you pull the trigger, pointing it at the baby in the baby's direction, even if you try to. So that's the thing too. They've
No
tried
baby
it.
guts.
No baby guts. No baby guts. No,
Stop
no.
it.
I don't know if that's on. You say you have baby
my
items on the store
God.
though, right? Baby guts.
items.
Oh my god, I gotta mute myself. I'm out of this conversation. I'm gone.
Vials of baby blood on the epic.
All right, next up, video game news. 2K. 2K is known for making their sports titles. They made some other titles like I think they did a Saints Row thing. I think that was those guys. But anyway, 2K, big on sports. Their latest sports title beyond 2K20, the NBA title, is WWE 2K20. 2020. It's disastrous as the images will show. There are points in this game that are just beyond broken. I don't know. Do you only have one image? Do you only have one, or do you have several of them? There is a series of these. Let's first look at their face creation. Now, we've seen this before in a 2K title. We've seen it in NBA. I believe it was 2K18 that did it. But take a look at my wrestler. Yeah. I think I win every fucking match. If I step into the ring and you decide to stay there with me, you are the bravest motherfucker I know. Like, there's no way. So 2K has tweeted out regarding some of the graphical glitches, and there's some internal glitches too. I remember seeing a video of someone trying to do a stunner with like hugging 3 people. It just seems so weird.
That's weird.
They call it an amazing threesome. You just gotta check that out on Reddit. But the game account, not just 2K itself, but the game account for WWE 2K20, they state, "We are listening closely to the feedback that's being shared regarding WWE 2K20 and are aware of the concerns that some players are reporting." See, that's a concern that the players are reporting. What the fuck is that? If they tweet it, that's what they would say.
What the hell is
They say
that?
they're working hard to investigate these concerns and address them as necessary. Expect to have an initial patch within the next 2 weeks. It takes 2 weeks for them to fix their game.
I don't like this segment
from not
right
looking
now.
like that.
Baby killing, and what the fuck is that?
What is that?
Someone tweets in the
Don't
tweet
like
is
it.
actually, "Is this normal?"
Just don't touch it.
Yeah,
Right, just don't touch it.
Just
Don't
put
put your lips on that.
Ugh.
I mean,
Get
I
an
like
ice pack.
how the
Get an ice
eye
pack.
sockets are completely empty.
Like
and the
they're like,
eye organs on the
it's like
forehead.
what the fuck is going on? And I get
I've
it, but I don't get it. Like, why is
And
it
I've
happening?
only seen underbites like that in West Virginia.
Yeah,
I say don't even have the eye sockets. I just want the eyeballs in my forehead like that.
eyeballs on my forehead. That's right above, just
On my
like
head.
slightly, just like right there. I can see you.
All right.
That
Anybody
looks
play
like this meth dealer down the street.
Oh my
shit,
God.
that's what it does.
Yeah.
Johnny, right? No. Okay.
Oh, Johnny. That's
Johnny
funny
Meth.
as fuck.
Mm-mm.
All
All
right.
right, had to get
I'm
straight
not
there.
feeling about his. I'm not feeling very
Last
good about
one?
his segment. Right
Yeah,
now.
last one. What's the feelings on Fortnite? Are we excited about is it Chapter 2?
Is anyone excited about?
I don't play Fortnite as much. I play Apex. You know that,
Apex.
Yeah.
Man.
But I
got
haven't
this-
I really haven't been playing much video games lately.
Did you see my 12 minutes in Apex? Did you see my
Did you see it?
No.
Oh, man,
What,
I got
did you post it?
Yeah, I got this video.
I have to check
It's
that
pretty,
out.
It's pretty sick. It's
Yep.
12. It's an awesome
Alabama.
game of Lifeline. But yeah, Fortnite is now in Chapter 2. Now, this has been rumored for quite some time that Fortnite 2 will be releasing sometime at the end of this year, and this is what they consider, I assume, to be Fortnite 2. There have been a lot of changes to Fortnite. Some most notable changes is you can swim now. There are boats now. There is
I'm on a boat,
a
motherfucker.
new sort of map. I think, yeah, it's kind of new.
Well, they had Batman in it.
Things are still pretty much the same looking to me in Fortnite, but I don't know if you recall, there was an epic 72-hour period where Fortnite was just down and everybody
Hey, I heard
decided
about
to
it.
stare at a fucking black hole. That was great for Twitch views. It was great for branding for Epic, but Epic is still not happy with the success that they've seen in Fortnite 2. It's really
I just keep thinking, you're not happy about
right.
this.
You're just not happy. So
He's not happy right now.
So here's the deal. Epic Games hired a bunch of beta testers and blah, blah, blah to help work on Fortnite Chapter 2. And all those guys signed some non-disclosure agreements. And of course, you would have to when you're working with a big company like Epic. Here's our shit. Take a look at it. Let me know what you think, but don't tell anybody. That's pretty hard, right? Because everybody keeps asking you, what the fuck's going to happen with Fortnite, bro? Do you know anything about Fortnite?
Well,
then everybody leaks everything.
Yeah, it's one
For
thing to
reals.
leak something to your friend, like, and you say, hey, don't post this shit.
Don't post
But this motherfucker was posting shit.
But he wasn't
online.
the only one. So let's
Yeah, I
rewind
know.
for a second before we
Yeah.
talk about this motherfucker. One of the things that we already saw was there
This
were
motherfucker.
data miners who were already combing through the current
Thanks, Connor.
Fortnite coding and finding new map changes, the ability to use boats, and also new characters. The Italian App Store for Apple, of all places, already leaked the name of during the season 11 and called it Fortnite Chapter 2. 3 months ahead of time.
Wow.
That's fine.
So they're going after this gentleman. We said this motherfucker, right?
Yep.
Ronald
This
Skikes.
motherfucker.
Sykes.
What?
That's no Sykes. That was the thing about it too. When I read his name, I'm like, Sykes. His name is Sykes. You didn't think he was gonna do something when he signed your non-disclosure agreement?
Psych.
Psych. Okay.
Jesus.
So Ronald Sykes.
He signed that contract with his fingers crossed behind his back.
Right?
Yes.
Wait, you left-handed?
I'm left.
He is left-handed.
I am
Oh, okay.
left-handed.
I was like, how did he sign it like that? I swear to God, if he signed it with his right hand, fingers crossed, and just showed him, that was just bad. All right. Ronald Sykes is being sued by Epic for violating a non-disclosure
Why you gotta sue him?
regarding Fortnite Chapter
Fuck.
2. According to the suit, Sykes was a beta tester who revealed information on Chapter 2 at, quote, the expense of Epic and those on the Fortnite
This
community.
motherfucker.
So Sykes only
'cause-
played the content in late September. Chapter 2 came out like the second week of October. All of your leaks were already out, bro.
Yeah.
They said that he ruined the surprise by detailing leaks of season 11. He's accused of tweeting information regarding Chapter 2 through 2 different accounts. And he's not only accused of leaking information, but included an image of the map. The map.
The map.
Everyone just say the map.
I don't
The
understand.
map.
If you look
The
at the
map.
map now, it has the same names.
Chris.
Like everything's the same.
You gotta say the map.
Say the map.
The map.
The map.
I'm the map. I'm the map. Yeah, I gotta do a
Yes.
parody of this.
Or we
Yes.
can do like Dora. Doesn't
Yeah.
Dora have the map? What do
Yeah,
they
she has a
Have you
map.
guys
What did I say?
seen
I
Dora?
Dora
Have you guys
was
seen
the
Dora?
leak.
What was the map?
Dora.
Dora was the
What
leak.
or is it that like
Epic
swipe or
Games
no
needs to go after
swipey?
Dora and that fucking
Are
monkey.
you sure? Are you sure it wasn't that fucking like Fox thing, whatever? That's
What
always
Fox?
You guys
stealing
saw-
her
you guys
shit?
saw the
No
movie, right?
swiping. I
Swiper.
remember that.
What's the
Swiper Fox.
monkey's name?
The monkey?
Swiper.
No, the
Swiper.
monkey.
Oh, Boots.
Swiper.
Boots.
Yeah.
Boots.
Swiper was the
Why are
bad
we
guy.
Fucking Boots.
What
Fucking
did they always say
Boots.
about Matt? Matt had a song.
I'm the map. I'm the
Oh,
map.
yeah.
I'm the map. I'm the map. That was a
Because
song.
he's
Did
the
he have more
fucking
words?
map.
I remember that,
There
man.
was not any more words to
I
that.
want to
Because he's the
karaoke that.
fucking
I
map.
swear to God, if you fuckers clip that shit, I know I was just by myself on there.
See, Epi, you had me chime in with the map, and this is what happened.
Now
we
here
go
we
like
are.
tangent.
Off the rails. It's all right though.
Anyways,
That's how we love it.
the
Sorry,
map.
Larry.
All right, it's fine because this will continue on. It's just weird. The company seeking relief and maximum damage for breaking the non-disclosure and misappropriation of trade secrets from his time testing the content.
Maximum damage.
They said, here's the quote. Here's the quote. Epic says
Sorry.
the leak caused them to sustain, quote, continue to sustain damages in an amount to be determined.
Dun-dun.
That
Amount
mappy
to be
fuck. I
determined.
love that, Connor. That mappy fuck.
So,
That mappy motherfucker.
That nappy.
so look out for anybody named Sykes. You know, you gotta get the
Sykes.
shit leaked. And
Yeah.
if you want to
What
know
the
leaks of
fuck?
games, maybe just hit up all the Sykes.
Yeah, he'll help you out. He'll
Psych-
leak all the
he
shit.
could start a clan and just call them the Psychics.
Oh.
Shit, bro.
That's
That's the
hilarious.
leaking.
Everyone's it's all about the map.
The map.
The
I'm
map.
gonna start a leaking website and just call it the Psychics.
WikiLeaks. Larry Leaks.
What happened on WikiLeaks?
Larry leaks.
I have all the beta testers have a place to push
What's the
their
medicine you
shit.
can get for
Larry
that, Larry?
Leaks.
Larry
Larry
leaks. What
Links.
does Larry leak though?
Just put your finger in it.
Oh my god.
I gotta
hilarious.
share you this video. I'm about to share it to
God.
you now.
Wait a second,
We'll do it
Larry.
later. We'll do it
What?
later.
Hold up.
We'll do-
I gotta share this
we'll go-
video.
we'll go
Oh,
nuts
what?
if
Are
we
you
do it
leaking?
now.
Are you leaking in this
What are
video?
you
I don't
leaking?
know what's happening.
I don't get this shit.
Is it the finger
you'll
in
see
it?
this
Is it
video
the
later.
leaks?
Maybe
I'm not
it's just
sure.
dripping. I don't know.
Are we going to break after this? We gotta show you this
God.
video.
No.
No, we have a topic. Larry,
Okay,
we have a topic.
Oh, and that's the
no.
last story for Larry Player One. I will say, I guess I will announce it here
Yes.
to some
Announce it.
local folks. One Like to Play Gaming Esports Lounge is currently located in Westlake, Ohio. We are moving, thanks to your continued patronage
There
over
you
the past 2 years. We're gonna be packing up,
Packing up,
come
moving
the
on
end of
out.
November.
We're
It'll be
moving
like the
on
week
up.
of Thanksgiving, and
Yeah, moving
we'll
on
be
out.
reopening in 2020 in Parma, Ohio.
Yes.
So we'll be
Yay.
Congratulations, Larry.
Good job,
we'll
Larry.
be
Way to
moving
go.
up to about
Good
3
job, everybody.
times our current space.
Yes.
It'd be pretty awesome.
Wow.
We want to invite you
Does
guys
Larry
out to check
leak
out the
sweet
lounge.
Asian sauce? Thank you, Ryan.
That was great. That was
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you,
You have
Ryan.
to introduce me.
Yes.
We'll see if we can get some Asian sauce.
Connor,
That's
let's make it after this topic, though. Bud.
yeah. That's right
right,
after the
so-
stomach.
Yeah. All right, but thank you, Larry. That
you,
was
Larry.
Larry Player One.
I was extremely
website,
triggered during that
onelineToPlay.com.
whole segment.
Yeah, she was
I was triggered as fuck
Yes.
during that whole fucking segment. I'm usually just pretty like, okay, she's talking about games and shit.
See, that's why I had to mix up. I could go real nerdy, man. I'm telling you, I can go. I can though.
Yeah.
I can. You
He
want me
can,
to.
like he definitely can.
You want me to?
Larry, I understood about maybe a quarter of all that, actually.
Oh, was it the
I know
was
he
it
was
the map?
tuned out on his phone the whole time. So
All right, next.
yes, could there be a second Halloween?
Could there be a
A
second?
group
one?
working to change the date of Halloween was divided the country, so instead it opted to create a new holiday, Trick or Treat. National Trick or Treat Day. The Halloween and Costume Association's petition originally intended to move Halloween to the last Saturday of October, but evolved into an additional day of celebration after it faced some opposition. Now it has more than 150,000 signatures and is backed by Party City.
You late motherfucker! I missed it. Then
Yes.
it was yesterday.
The day has also made it on the National Day calendar. This, the group says, make the day officially official.
Officially official.
At least as official as it
A
gets.
little redundant.
For
We gotta
reference,
officially officialize this official shit.
yes.
It's
For
official.
reference,
It's official.
the site also listed in November National Deviled Egg Day,
What?
National Chicken Lady Day,
Chicken lady.
yes, and
That's not
National
kinda
Pizza
woman.
with the works except Anchovies Day.
Oh, boo.
Oh,
like
boo.
Still, the
fish.
Calendar and Costume Association has good intentions
I'm really
to
confused about that chicken.
I'm so fucking confused.
See, I understand
could I-
this.
could I-
did
yeah.
not
I was
understand the
trying to
gaming.
wait, but she
I
said she was
was
confused
this.
first.
Yes.
Chicken Lady Day. I'm all about it. Let's go pluck her.
With the
Yes.
pizza
What?
without names except.
All right. Still, the Halloween and Costume Association has good intentions to increase safety for children and help parents navigate a late night holiday
get that.
often lands on a school night. On average, children are more than twice as likely to be hit by a car
Oh my god.
and killed on Halloween than any other day of the
It's
year.
terrible.
National Trick or Treat Day is a day for families and communities to come together by throwing block parties, community events, costume contests, parades, walks and runs, trick or treating, and daytime trick or treating as well. It's supposed to be an additional day to celebrate Halloween. The
Yeah.
group is also referring it to it as Halloween.
Aloe? All?
Halloween. I'm sorry that I'm so
I'm sorry. I
fucking
know.
mad.
I'm just.
But yeah,
Epic,
just-
I think they should have grandmothers wear bras when passing out candy. Look at that picture, man. I mean, that's just
Yeah,
not right.
I'm just
That
looking at
grandmother's
that.
just letting those things just flopping around there.
She's holding her
That is
breast up with
scary.
that bowl.
Hey, let her live her life, okay?
I know they're flopping over the
Man,
bowl.
that is
Y'all don't know her
that
life.
is one
Leave her
thing.
yeah.
alone. Leave the old lady alone.
So they're hoping to get it,
He's like, Jesus fucking
get it to
Christ,
be
fuck
the
y'all.
last Saturday in October. So I don't know what do you guys think about that? Like, so do you think there should be two Halloweens,
Like a Halloween and a
basically,
trick or treat day.
or do you think one's enough?
I think one is adequate. I think it's the dentist and the candy makers petitioning to make more
Oh no,
money
I'm
off
torn.
of my
I'm
bag.
no, I'm torn between the fact of having kids. It would be nice to make sure that trick or treating was always on a weekend day. I'm tired of these weekend
Yes.
stuff. But it is a huge undertaking. Isn't Halloween a global thing? Like, who are we to fucking say like?
Well, they're going to keep Halloween as it is
But
because
then,
it's
like,
not a national
no,
holiday.
so I disagree with the two. You need to make it one, but I
Yes.
think they should more decide just making a day of the month versus a date.
I get what you're saying.
Well, that's what they were trying to do originally.
yeah, I think they should keep on pushing for that.
Well, they were.
I'm with
there
you.
was
What happened?
more than half of the country disagreed with you, Larry. Which is why.
You should.
Which is why.
That's why.
Which
Pay me
is
for
why
candy,
they
pass out candy.
opted to try to make a second day, which is
More
actually
than half
getting
the country disagree. I'm not
Yes.
changing my mind. We did
No,
that
I
with
know
Trump.
that. I
And
know.
like, yeah, okay.
No, but
So-
I'm saying though, is originally they tried to get Halloween to be the last Saturday of the month
Yeah,
instead of
yeah.
the 31st.
Yeah, they were like, no,
And
that's not
people
working
were
out.
like, whatever.
That doesn't work for
so
me
that's
either.
why they came up with National
This-
Trick or Treat
I mean,
Day.
I can see it. I can see that. I mean, I'm conflicted like Larry is.
Yeah. Like, part of me also is like the tradition of Halloween and
Yeah.
everything. But on the other hand, as a parent and working,
Like, you know, with school,
I always
the kids
have
are
to
in
fight
school.
to fucking get
he
the
has to
day
fight
off.
to get the day off.
I hate,
Like, all that
I hate
shit.
when I hear people say the tradition
Yeah.
of Halloween.
Why? What do you mean?
It's like all you do in Halloween in this present day is just the candy and a bonfire. Like, what's the tradition of Halloween
People
that people
carve
keep talking
pumpkins.
about?
I mean, like,
It's like people
I
feel
mean,
all festive and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I
what the
mean,
fuck,
we
Larry?
dress up.
Festive. I'm festive
We
as
decorate the
fuck.
house.
Festive, dressing up as the
Like,
pride
I
of
could-
Look at
children,
my
you know?
fucking-
So, like, in my world, I could dress up any day of the fucking week if
But
I
then
feel
people
like
would
it.
judge
There
you.
you go.
It's
There you
different.
go,
Well,
man.
you're in a video game world where there's a lot of cosplay and there's all
Everybody
that shit.
should do that.
But I'm
Anyway.
just saying that everybody lives in that world, Larry. So
Everybody lives there, Larry. Okay.
so for the rest of us,
Okay, Larry.
there's like one day where we
Shit.
can do that. Well, actually,
I think.
Halloween
to me,
though.
it's fun. I mean,
But I kind of feel like Halloween's more than a day, though. Like I feel like the whole month of October.
whole fucking month of
you know,
October
like,
is
kinda
dress
like-
up
spooky
cooler
month.
for St. Patrick's
Yeah.
Day than Halloween.
it's like spooky
What?
month. What?
People dress up cooler for St. Patty's Day than Halloween.
everybody dresses the same.
I definitely don't agree with that, but
Yeah, I don't agree. I
Yeah.
like the
Mardi
slutty
Gras,
Halloween
St.
I
costume.
like
Patty's
spooky,
Day.
spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, the
Yeah.
weekends thing, you know, moving that national trick or treat day have not on a weekend.
Connor said, "You're
But-
fucking wrong, Larry."
But I get
Wait,
that.
what
But what about the, like, because, like, when I worked at Sam's Club, like, you know, I didn't get weekends off. So what about those people who have those types of jobs that aren't off on weekends? And then it's like, there's conflicting things that, like, it's not going to work for everybody.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know.
If anybody wants to call in about this,
If everyone wants to tell Larry
216-584-5718.
he is
Yeah,
wrong,
exactly.
just call in and tell
Yeah,
him.
if you're in the majority half of the United States.
I don't know why the federal government's got to do this. I
There's
mean,
a majority
you know,
half.
we got states and cities handling it just fine. And kids can go to multiple areas on variety of days to get more candy, you know?
I enjoy Halloween, you know, with the kids, and they're happy, they're having a good
Motherfuckers
time.
candy all year. What do you mean get more candy?
What the fuck? Like, I like them dressing up and being all excited about that particular day.
I'm
Like,
gonna be old man on the porch. Get off my
Yeah, you
get off
pretty
my
much
lawn.
are.
Hey, welcome to the Epic Radio Show, Connor. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? I had to call in because I'm totally on Larry's side. I just like when somebody was like,
Boom.
"Larry, you're fucking wrong."
Yeah,
Oh.
Larry.
I don't like Halloween. I think it's stupid. My
You do?
favorite day of Halloween is the day after when all that fucking candy goes up for sale, and as an
Hell
adult, I
yeah.
can go to Walmart
Hell
and get
yeah.
like 45 pounds of candy for $3.
And you
That's
know
an
when I need that
exciting
candy the
time.
most? I need that candy the most on Thanksgiving. Because I'm sitting there, I'm playing my video games and watching my football, and everybody's leaving me alone. I got a bowl of candy and a bowl of chips and a beer.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm from Michigan, so every Thanksgiving we watch the Lions lose and we eat till we fall asleep.
There you go.
There you go. Now, I'm not saying I don't like Halloween. Halloween is pretty cool when it comes to just being able to get together with friends and drink either some Oktoberfest, some beers, have a bonfire. That's cool. That's what I wonder if people talking about the tradition of Halloween. But I know my kids get into the whole pumpkin carving thing.
Mhm.
I just did that. I told this little fucker, like, we did it too early. And now
Well, yeah,
he looks
'cause
at
they
the pumpkin.
rot. Yeah.
He looks at the pumpkin now and he's like, "Oh, that looks pretty gross." I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, it's Halloween, I
yeah.
guess. That's fitting." But I told you
Yeah.
we did it too early.
You know what? This whole
Yeah,
Halloween
but the
thing-
bullshit of Halloween is that it's somehow frowned upon to be the introverted motherfucker who doesn't give out candy.
I
Like,
know.
my
You
neighbors
get your
will, like, shun
house
me.
egged and shit,
Like,
yeah.
I didn't see you out on Halloween. Like, why didn't you? Because I don't care. I don't want
Yeah.
little kids in my house.
Yeah, I'm not giving out.
That's, I
I'm not
guess
giving
that's,
out
I'm
free
introverted
candy.
also, so it's like, I just take my kids places. Like, go get candy for me. Go get that candy.
And that's the thing. Like we get looked upon as being bad. Like I'm not gonna hand out candy.
I
I
don't
have
wouldn't
not handed
care,
out candy
but-
yet in the neighborhood I'm in.
I have kids, though.
But I
Yeah.
take my kids around, and I'm. So you can hate me if you want. If you gonna do it, I'm gonna take it.
You're a
but-
consumer, but not a contributor, is what it is.
Yeah, and don't
You're
give me any of
consuming,
that,
but not
like,
contributing.
popcorn
Yeah,
ball
good job.
bullshit
Larry.
either.
Yeah.
Like real candy.
I can buy my own
Real
popcorn balls,
candy.
bitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got you, man.
Connor, I'm with you. You know what? I'm not a big fan of this thing because you know what? Like, by the time Halloween comes, it's nothing but the smell of like rotten pumpkins on your front porch that are like oozing this goo.
I still think
Yeah.
You
I
know?
think it's Big Pumpkin behind it. I think they invented Halloween just because they had a harvest of gores that they couldn't get rid of.
What do
Yeah.
we do with these things that
What do
taste
we
like
do with
crap?
all these goddamn pumpkins?
They They
give
were
them to,
actually
like-
pretty smart. They said, we're not selling enough pumpkins and gourds at Thanksgiving. How do we sell more at Thanksgiving and Christmas? And they said, let's not worry about then. Let's sell them off before
Yes.
we get to this date. We came up with Halloween.
Let's just take perfectly good food and set it on our porch and let it rot, you know?
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Come
a
on, let's do that. The rest of the world's hungry, but we're going to rot food on our front porch.
it's a pumpkin genocide.
Pumpkin genocide.
pumpkin side.
Pumpkin side.
There
That
you
could be
Oh my
Korn's
God.
new album.
go. Yeah, there you go.
No,
Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins. Pumpkin
Smashing
side.
Pumpkins.
Yeah, there you go.
We don't
There
think
you
of
go.
Korn for.
I mean, don't they give them to like animals at the zoo or some shit? Like, I don't know. I thought there was like something that you take the fucking pumpkins and give them to fucking animals.
What
I don't
animal
know.
eats
I heard
pumpkins?
something about it last.
Feeding
I've never
animals
heard
at
of
the
that in
zoo
my life.
rotted
That's what I
pumpkins
heard
that kids
something
have
about
spat
it. I don't
upon.
know.
Oh
That's
my
what I'm
God.
saying. I'm not
Candle
sure.
burned it.
What
Yeah,
animal
what
eats a
the hell?
pumpkin?
I
What
mean,
do
I
they
just
do with
saw
the
it
seeds?
online somewhere.
Yeah.
Facebook, you know.
Can you see a
Facebook
gorilla
says
in a
crazy
stone enclosure?
Yeah,
like
throw
cooking
your
his,
old
roasting his
pumpkin in
seeds
there.
up?
Yeah,
That's
let's do
kind of
that.
that's what I heard.
That sounds
That's what I heard
awesome.
last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something that
I
people
mean,
actually
dude,
do.
they rot on your porch. None of the animals want that shit.
How do you know what they want?
raccoons
You're
and
not in their
possums
I
head.
know
eat
they don't
it.
even take that shit.
How do you
They won't
know?
eat it. It's nasty.
Are you an
Yeah.
animal?
What I don't get
Are you
is
at the
I'm
zoo?
letting this
It's
pumpkin,
pumpkin.
I'm letting this pumpkin rot on my porch, and I scooped everything out of it like I was gonna clean it up before it rots. Like, let me get this guy nice and shiny on the inside.
And then you pick it up like the bottom falls off, and it just everything else spills out all over.
Straight to
I
hard.
think we should just throw the pumpkins at the kids.
Aw.
Damn.
And then you got
I
apple
went-
cider. Who the hell
I guess
drinks
I'm really
apple
angry
cider,
at
I wanna
children
know,
right now. I
man?
don't know
I
why.
like apple cider.
You're hating on
can't
kids.
stand
I went to
apple
my
cider,
favorite-
man.
I went to my favorite lounge the other day to
Yeah.
pick up some smoke, and there's a bunch of vendors there. There's a place to hang out, eat some food, play like pool, and the stoned couple is carving pumpkins
In
at
the
the table
in the
at the
spot?
marijuana lounge.
Yes.
Oh, you in Michigan?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
But,
I
but
could
it was
definitely dig
hilarious.
that. If
I'm
you got a
like, what are
marijuana
you
lounge,
guys
you were gonna see
doing?
some
They were
crazy
like-
shit.
Yeah, they were carving pumpkins, just like high as a kite. Like the happiest pumpkins in the world, too. They
What-
didn't even look scary when they were done with them.
Yeah, what were they carving? They would just have smiles in it, or did they have any like cool designs?
they carve marijuana
no.
leaves in
Yeah, I
there.
bet they did. Yeah, I bet
That's
they
what I
did.
would have done.
You know how it is these days, huh?
The fucking jack-o'-lantern smoking a blunt.
I would have been making a pumpkin bowl. Like
That's what's up.
There you
Larry,
go.
you are my guy.
That's what I just said, Sarah.
All right. Well,
It's a
thank you so
hater.
much for calling in, Connor. Man.
you get the
Appreciate
small
it.
pumpkins. You think we
Have
could
a
make a
great day,
bowl?
guys.
Yeah,
Me
like
too.
we used to with
No
the fruits when
problem.
we were kids, like the apple pipes. You ever
Yeah.
did that?
Thanks for calling, Connor.
You just
Yeah.
take a big old gourd,
Yeah, I could do
suck it
that.
up on that gourd.
You got that clip right.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, Sarah's asking the same question that I did. What's with the hating on babies and kids today?
It's a
And now we're
joke.
hating on
It's
Stop being such a
joke,
fucking
Sarah.
hater.
We're hating on pumpkins
It's a
now.
goddamn joke. I know. I love
You
kids.
have 4 kids.
I know.
Stop
that's
being
why I'm
such a fucking
joking.
hater.
It's called a joke.
I got
You're a
2 kids,
hater.
and I love
Joke,
all
joke.
one of them.
Which one? I'm not telling them.
I love at least 3 or 4
At
of my
least
kids.
3 of them, okay? The other one I could do without, but the 3 are good. I can't tell you which 3 they are, though.
Exactly.
Depends on the day.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like, at
exactly.
least
That's
3 of you are
exactly what I was
decent.
gonna say. Yep.
Yeah.
It's the O. I gotta write that right down. The O.
Ryan
No,
said
Ryan.
Thomas has a kid's
No, Ryan.
C4 strapped up.
No.
That's hilarious.
No. I
Oh,
don't like that.
I'm not a nicest, Ryan. I swear.
It's like, I'm
Kids, and
not.
I love all one of them.
No. Mm-mm.
All right, so we're gonna take a break. When we get back, we're gonna talk about J.P. Morgan, and
Oh, yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
talk about some crazy news with
Crazy
Ashley.
news.
Crazy, dude.
So keep it
Love my
locked right here on
craziness.
the Epic Radio Show.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you follow us on the social medias, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Find us on theepicradioshow.com. Buy some shirts. They're $10, free shipping right now.
Buy a damn shirt.
Yes.
Just do
They're
it.
cool, man. I mean, I believe there's different colors too. Black, white, red, blue, and I think
Yellow.
Is it yellow?
Chartreuse.
Something like that. I don't know.
Vermilion.
Anyways,
You should get a marijuana
go
green colored
figure
shirt.
on
That's what
how-
would sell.
what's that?
Get a marijuana green colored shirt.
I was about to say,
There
like
you
you
go.
got red,
That'll go.
you got
Let's
yellow
put-
and blue. What you got green in?
Let's
Can
get a
we-
get a
I think
marijuana.
there is
It's gotta be
green.
marijuana green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marketed as
Marijuana
marijuana.
I think
They
there's
call
green.
that money green.
Money green.
Marijuana.
I know there's like
green. That's
sports gray
fucking
too, I
nuts.
believe.
Probably.
Anyways, so
Just buy a
also
damn
if you
shirt.
want to donate to the show on Cash App,
or
you
Ash
could-
Cap.
you could donate at $sign the Epic Radio Show. Yeah, so moving on,
Ash cap. I'm gonna make that a
our
lotion.
next topic.
Travel lotion
Ass
brand.
cap.
Ash Cap. You like
Ash cap.
Wow,
Pass me that tube of ash cap. What'd you say?
that's hilarious. Yeah,
Oh,
so-
God.
all right, so
All right. Fix my thingamajigger.
Oh no, not your thingamajigger.
Yeah, my thingamajigger.
I had to fix my
Let me do
thingamajigger, but I
this.
waited.
Yeah.
Did that during the break.
I did it during the break, but then I have to do it while we're on. When we're live.
so JP Morgan is doing something kind of scary.
Oh no, now what?
Spooky,
They
spooky.
want to give people with criminal records a second chance at a good job.
Whoa! Time the fuck out. Okay, wait. I'll let you
I'm
tell
not
me.
gonna
let me
I'll see
read
where
it
this is going.
first.
I'll let you.
Yeah, let me
Let
read
him
it
get
first,
into
and then
it.
we can talk about it.
I put it together like wait.
Yes.
Hold on.
It's
The
obvious.
bank said it wants to broaden its pool of potential employees after already hiring some people with a conviction on their record for entry-level jobs
Already prerequisite.
like transaction processing and account
man.
You got your
servicing.
manager.
The United States loses between 78 billion and 87 billion in annual GDP, gross domestic product, by excluding people who have a criminal record from the workplace, according to the bank. Studies also show that providing education and opportunities also reduces recidivism. Recidivism.
Oh.
Yes.
Reset that motherfucker. Right?
What?
Is that what you're saying?
No.
I don't know.
Recidivism.
I don't know that word.
Okay. It means basically just to go back to doing what they were doing. JP Morgan has now banned the box to ask prospective employees whether they have a criminal record. The unemployment rate is much higher for Americans with records than for those without. In fact, it's an estimated 27% for the roughly 5 million formerly incarcerated people in the country. That is compared with the 3.5% for the United States as a whole. A record that is eligible for pardon to get expunged shouldn't matter for a job applicant. But if you robbed a bank, chances you were still not getting hired by JP Morgan. Last year, 10% of its hires, 2,100 people, had some sort of criminal record. Crimes range from disorderly conduct to personal drug possessions and DUI charges. Getting a record expunged can be confusing, and the process differs from state to state. A study done in Michigan showed that only 6.5% of people eligible for a clean slate actually go through the process of expunging their records. So, yes.
Connor, are you 6.5%?
What?
Connor's from Michigan.
He's like,
Connor's from Michigan.
Yes.
You said that.
So, anyways, what do you guys think about this, man?
A lot. I think a lot about
So,
this.
I was thinking, like, I thought they were already hiring criminals like to begin with. Like, that's why most
Well,
of their
first of
CEOs
all,
and shit.
The bank is a criminal entity in of
Yes.
itself. I will take my soapbox stance on that.
Yes,
right now.
his
yes. Well, it's
soapbox
proven.
stance.
It's proven. They've been,
That's funny.
sanctioned by the government, et cetera, et cetera. you know?
Yeah.
They're criminals. They have an apprenticeship now for criminals.
Yeah.
Basically, is what they're doing. They're paying you to learn how to be a criminal.
Connor said anti-ashy lotion, ash cap.
Yes. That is the.
Yeah.
the brand marker.
Oh, Sarah works at a bank, she said.
So if you guys run with that, just make sure I get my
And she said they
percentage.
do a background check anyways. Duh.
So that's
Which-
what I'm wondering.
It doesn't
Like,
matter. Yeah.
if they
you check the
ban
box.
the question.
It's-
I was
it's just
almost
a
thinking like
PR
at
fucking
what sort
thing,
of
dude.
what sort of point are they doing any filtering then? Like I can understand if you want to hire, someone who has a criminal background, but you still need to filter what it was. you
what
would
it
think.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would think you still want to ask the question,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean you could probably say like, okay, we're going through a different, I guess you would call it filtering process or
We're just gonna
eligibility
ask you.
process, but we're gonna ask you, do you have a criminal record? Because the thing is like, for me just to say straight up as an employer too, and I don't ask the question, do you have a criminal record? But I also ask the question, do you consent to a background check? Then I should be able to freely ask the question too. So why am I gonna avoid that?
Mhm.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not like they're going to not do a background check, so it really doesn't fucking matter if they check the box or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but you still ask
What
the
I
question.
do think though is it will stop people from lying on the application more, I think, because I think some people won't check the box because they'll feel like they're ineligible. Like automatically.
But
You
I
know
mean,
what
if they read the box, it literally says like, do you consent? In some employers, it
Yeah.
says, do you
Yeah,
have
I
do you
get
have a
that,
criminal
yeah.
background?
Some people
I mean,
are
I
dumb,
And it
get
says
that.
parentheses, this does not necessarily
Exclude you from
excludes
employment.
you from employment.
But that
No,
varies
I
from
get
state
that.
to state
Yeah.
too. It
Yeah,
varies from
and
state
it
to
does.
state.
Employer,
Those
employer.
are state laws. There's state
Yeah.
laws about that.
Yeah.
Employment laws.
But I'm just saying that I do find that a lot where people will lie on their, like, when it comes to that, like, have you ever convicted a crime, blah, blah, blah. And people will say no, even though they have, just because they don't want their application automatically.
They
They need it filtered through. again,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
So, and then with them lying, yeah, they might get the job, but then they'll find out they have it. So I think it actually makes the process a little bit smoother,
I guess.
and they can kind of filter out who they
Because they're
want.
gonna do the
I think-
background check in most cases anyway.
Yeah,
I think
We're
what you're
gonna figure
leading
it
to
out.
is it makes the process
Yes.
a little bit more transparent. Because
Yes.
Ultimately, it's up to the HR process of that employer to say, stop filtering out people who say they have criminal. Like you're
Yes.
Yeah.
literally not looking
Don't
at them.
eliminate them
Yeah.
just because they say
And
that.
that's an internal process that they need to go through
because
and
they
correct
might still
themselves
have
in.
experience. They might have had like in the little bit that I read. I mean, most of these are petty crimes. Like it might be like most of them are like misdemeanors or maybe.
Okay, let's get into this really actually
Yes.
because the thing is
I don't think they
I don't
have to
think
for
they're-
misdemeanors.
I don't think they're
unemployment.
changing anything. So where's that story come from? Like, do you have the
I
source?
don't remember the source. No, what I did was and motherfucker, dude, I knew you were gonna ask
Yeah,
deeper into this shit.
because I'm
Should've
wondering the
just made
fact
something
of
up epic. He
like,
would have
who-
never known the difference.
who made that headline though. Like who made
It was
the headline
like
that?
USA Today, I believe.
See, that's what's crazy.
The whole
Yeah,
line
Yes.
that I liked in that
USA
whole
Today.
article was ban
I
the
believe
box.
it was-
I thought that was a great line. Ban the box. That's a T-shirt,
That's
man.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a
and
great
Yeah.
but that's
line.
that line is
Yeah.
there.
Ban
Like,
Well, like I
somebody
said, I
wrote this
feel
story
like
for that purpose.
Yes, yes.
I
for
feel
that.
yes.
well,
That's
and
the whole
that's
key right
exactly what
there.
I was saying. I said
That's
I
the
feel
piece.
like this is more of a PR thing
Yeah.
Yeah.
for JP Morgan to make
Saving
themselves
their
look
ass.
better
Yes.
than it is about actually changing policy. I feel like this is
weird.
exactly what their policy's been the whole time. They're just now making it public.
And people always think that like when I talk to people about politics and news and financial stuff, the people
You
always
really
think
do
that. Yeah, but people
Do you
think
really
that,
do that?
people think that I'm just
You're
taking a
brave.
nonchalant attitude, but I just urge people like you got to look through these filters like they're putting out here.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
This
There's
is
a spin on
absolutely
everything.
Oh, I-
yes,
and
this is
I do
ridiculous,
ex-
that story.
That's why I wanted to talk about this because
Everything's
I saw the story and it stuck out to me just because of how fucking retarded it was.
Like,
I mean,
you
for
make-
lack of a better
yeah.
word, because it's like
Ban the-
that's
ban
that's
the
like
box.
a
Ban the box.
that's like
That
a
shit.
that's like a no brainer to me that you're still like because it hasn't changed anything.
And as soon as you
Like,
say the
it's-
headline, JP Morgan Chase will be hiring criminals. Like, you're
Exactly.
a bank, mother. You're a bank.
Yeah.
There's a joke all over
Like
that,
as soon as
man.
you hear criminal,
know,
you
it's
immediately
like-
think
Tear that
bank
one up.
robbery. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh no.
you've been robbing from people for years. Like how How is that any different?
Yeah, steal from the poor, give to the rich.
I think
mean,
like when you think of
plus,
crimes,
honestly,
like
dude,
those I think the sickest in terms of crime,
White collar.
rape, murder,
and white collar.
and then there's robbery, like robbery.
Yeah.
Specifically a white collar crime, like what Chase does, because it's nothing but greed.
And you
It's just
just give
adulterated
access.
greed. I can understand some guy who's out on the street who doesn't have money or food or and stuff, who's gonna oppress another person.
Yeah,
for
hit
their
me, JP Morgan.
JP Morgan.
Hit me with the line, we're hiring homeless people.
Yeah,
hit me
right.
with that headline.
There you go.
There you go,
What
man.
are you talking about?
Right.
Yes, they're stealing from you and baby killing.
We went back to
JP
that.
Morgan chased a bunch of baby
I'm getting
killers,
tired of this
criminal highs.
goddamn baby killing being brought up. The fuck? What's wrong with you people?
JP Morgan Chase kills babies.
Oh
Yes.
no. Heard it here first.
Like, seriously.
As reported by USA Today.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Well, I'm pretty positive it was. I'm not
I would likely think it is. I don't think it's like
I'm
Wall
like
Street
90,
Journal.
yeah.
I don't think it would be.
No,
I
it's
can see
98% positive it was USA Today.
He's 98%
Next time I kind of condense these articles, I
You'll
will
get
put
the
the source.
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, just so I know.
So if
Well,
Larry
especially
comes
with
on,
Larry.
I'm gonna give you a tip.
Especially
can
with Larry.
Can I give some people a tip?
What's
There's
that?
fact checking you all day.
This is a nerd tip. So if you use Windows 10, you have OneNote already, right?
Yeah.
It's automatic. A lot of people use Windows 10 over Apple anyway. But if you use Windows 10 and you're on a website, whether it's from Chrome or Microsoft Edge, if you copy out a website and paste it into a OneNote document, it will paste the link that you took it from automatically.
Yes, it does. It does.
So if you ever want to use that as note taking, if you copy from a website, the link will come with it when you paste into OneNote. So you'll never have to forget where you got that from. It's great for college students who want to cite sources, and you can grab stuff really fast. Like,
Folks,
I will
need
keep
you
that
all
in
to
mind.
take a minute and please send money to the Epic Radio Show to support more public service announcements from
Yes.
Larry like this.
I was
for you.
actually going to say something like
It's
that,
on
so
the
thank
App
you, Chris.
Cash. Don't confuse it with Cash App.
No, it's
Or it
Cash
is
App.
Cash App. Don't confuse it with App Cash or
Cat-
whatever.
Cash
Get
Cow.
out. See, I'm gonna have to try
Just
You
to-
can't even
send
get your shit
money.
wrong.
It's not picking up yet. It's not picking up. I got to work harder on that. Connor,
Yeah.
you and I brainstorming next week.
Absolutely. Well,
Oh
with
my
that being
goodness.
said, with all the craziness we've just been talking about, I think it's time for Ashley and her crazy news. You ready, Ashley?
No.
No?
Ashley, will you be the
All
right.
spokesmodel for AshCat?
No.
That's
No.
funny.
Are you going
That's
to
funny.
apply the lotion?
We're going to do the,
No.
Put some lotion on my boat.
we're going to do the intro.
No.
All right. We are back.
Are we back?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know we went anywhere.
back. It said we didn't go.
Oh,
anywhere.
jeez.
I love your crown.
So, yeah, thank you.
You ready?
I guess.
Okay.
I have candy corn underwear on.
What?
I'm just putting it out there.
Oh my
Why
God.
are you putting it out there? Who are you putting it out there for? Like, who needs? Who asked? I don't.
All right.
Wow, Dave Robeck, for the owner of the Funny Farms, on.
Hey,
Awesome.
Nice.
Hello.
you came at the worst time.
Who's this guy? Is that a
It's never a
month
good time here at the Epic Show.
Yeah.
This time is like
It's all-
specifically.
It's
the
all
worst.
ugly, man.
Okay. So this one. Okay. So Indian man arrested after eating sloth bear genitalia to boost sex drive.
Okay.
So.
Tell us more.
That sounds
Yeah,
like a
I don't
good
really
time.
want to, but okay. An Indian man was arrested Saturday after police alleged that he cut off and ate sloth bear genitalia in an effort to boost his sex drive. The man only identified as Yarlin. That's in quotes. I guess. So.
This is gamer tag.
What?
This is gamer tag.
Yeah, I guess so.
Did he harvest those himself?
I don't know, man. I don't know. He was taken into custody in the western state of something I can't pronounce after being on the run for years. I cannot pronounce that.
Come on, please.
I can't.
It makes my day.
It makes your day, but I can't fucking do it this time. It's like there's a G and a J and a what the fuck is going on
How many
here?
G's and how many J's,
say
Ashley? Let's take it
G.
slow.
It's GUJARAT.
Jesus. Yeah, that's
Google.
nice.
No, you almost had it. G-
Jesus.
Gee, that's close.
Gugar.
Yeah.
Gugar.
Google just.
I don't know. know.
Google
That's what
Connor
I'm
said
saying.
it puts lotion on the skin.
Yes. We created a special cell to track him down and
Yeah.
arrest him because apparently they've been trying to find this guy for 6 years.
Yeah.
So
You said
They've been trying to find him for 6 years.
Yeah, they
Over some fucking testicles.
Can you imagine the cops every time? Every time the cops, you know how cops like bust balls and then just go up and they sit to the clock.
This
Like,
guy was
you got
really busting
Yarlin.
balls.
That guy's
That's
eating
why it's in
balls.
quotes. That's why it's in quotes.
This guy was busting balls in his mouth.
And eating balls.
Yeah. Jesus.
Okay, investigators first thought something was amiss when they were notified of sloth bear carcasses without their genitals. I mean, maybe that might tell you something.
Or there was some
fucked up
sort
shit.
of weird movement going
Right,
on where
I guess. Jesus. He apparently
gonna do
lives
it,
in
but I
he's in a part of a nomadic tribe that typically lives in forests and hunts to survive. They apparently, obviously they believe animal penises serve as an aphrodisiac.
Okay.
It's just so funny to read it out loud. It's, oh god. In 2013, Yarlin was first arrested after 2 South bears were discovered without genitals and without gallbladders.
Ooh.
So he spent a year in jail before being released. A year?
Oh.
Before being released in 2014 when he made bail and fled.
Two
Sweet.
dicks are
Ran
better
away.
than one. I'm trying to figure out how do they
Yeah, he
think
hunts
that this
balls,
would
so
be
to
the
speak.
aphrodisiac.
Yeah, the great ball eater.
It's
Yeah.
the
He's
classic
on Bali.
2 dicks are better than one.
Yeah.
Rachel said don't eat Chris Kettler's balls.
Hey, now my balls need eating too.
Oh my god. That's funny. Don't leave his balls out of it.
Authorities think Yarlin is also connected to the poaching of endangered wild animals, including tigers, across India. He's connected to at least 6 cases of animal poaching.
He just can't leave balls alone.
He can't. Like he's just. It's just
Nope.
that's what he wants.
We should get
He's
him
a
to do the
baller.
second segment.
Yeah, playing
Yeah.
with balls, right?
Yeah, we need him on here.
He's a
Let's call
baller.
him instead.
Can we change the segment to playing with Yarlin?
Playing with Yarlin. Or Yarlin playing with balls.
That's what I
don't
was
know.
thinking. There you go.
Okay, so this one actually you found epic. I hate calling you that because it's so weird. Iowa's family's basement is soaked with 5 inches of animal blood. Iowa, freaking Iowa.
Just in time for Halloween.
yeah, just in time for Halloween. Like, oh yeah, we have like a gory ass basement. Like, it's pretty sweet.
It's authentic.
Yeah.
My wife
it's
was just
real.
in Iowa. Maybe I should ask some questions.
Maybe you should. Blood may be thicker than water, but it'll still flood your basement. So
Oh.
I had to read their little joke. I had to put it in there. So Nicholas Lestina found this out the hard way 2 weeks ago when he discovered 5 inches of blood, fat, and other animal tissue flooding his family's basement in Bagley.
Discover.
Yes.
He discovered it. Like the Discovery Channel. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, there's so much
I ain't
blood
been
in
down
my
in this
basement.
basement in about 5 years.
How's that work? Can you imagine? He's
I
like,
know.
"Hey, honey, can you come on downstairs for a minute?"
Like,
Yeah.
I think I found something that you
do you
might
know
want to
something?
see.
Do you know anything about this? Can you
Yeah.
help me out? I don't.
Get
I
a
don't
broom
understand.
and a mop.
Honey,
You need to
I'm
take
gonna be
care of
in the-
this.
I'm gonna be in the history books. I
Those-
just discovered something amazing.
Those
Yeah.
goddamn kids.
Yep.
So.
That Kool-Aid down there.
I thought you were gonna do a pudding pop. It was that time.
Go ahead, do it. Do it.
What you do is you put the pudding with the pop with the pudding.
Yeah, running. That makes more sense. Okay, so.
What
he
was
hasn't
that
been.
the Kool-Aid man making an entrance?
Yeah, I know, right? He's
He just got everything everywhere. I'm
now.
like, damn it. He hasn't been able to clean it up because it's still seeping in.
Ooh.
So the waste is coming from a neighboring meat locker where blood and tissue from slaughtered animals was
Oh,
washed
my.
down a drain. Officials say a clog or break in the pipe sent the waste into his basement through a
Oh.
flood drain.
Jeez.
So a state environmental specialist traced the waste to Dahl's custom meat locker and says the company is now pumping it into a large tank. That is not the correct way to say that.
Ryan said she throws a box of tampons from the top step.
Like, you'll need these. You'll need them.
I need pads, honey. Pads.
Oh, sorry. I don't
Wow.
have any.
Rachel said that last guy, Yarlin, was a total nut job.
I saw that. That's good.
That's a
Good
good
job,
one.
Rachel. That was
Yes.
nice.
Connor
Yeah.
said, oh, yeah.
He said, "Oh yeah." And let's see. The Lestina family has temporarily moved in with a relative Because why the fuck not?
As the blood begins to
I'm
rise.
sure that
Yeah.
smells really bad too.
I'm sure it does. That's what I'm saying. Why
Imagine
the
Yeah.
fuck
bugs,
not?
flies,
Yeah.
Ugh.
maggots.
I used to work
can't.
in the meat department, and they used to.
It was so bad back there.
Yeah. Do you remember the bone barrels?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, when
bad.
you cut the meat and you're trimming the fat off,
Mhm.
you put the excess fat in basically a 30-gallon like
Barrel.
garbage can,
gross.
you know,
So gross.
and then when it's full, you know, there's a company that comes and
Mhm.
dumps it or whatever, and then you're stuck with all the rotting shit inside, and then you have to clean that. It's so gross.
That's nice.
Takes like a whole bottle of Odoban.
It's a bad time.
Yep.
And there you go. That's a
gross.
pleasant thought for Sunday
That was
morning.
Yeah, there's your
me
pleasant
spilling
thoughts.
the tea on that.
He just spilled the
Good
tea.
with the shooting the babies. Can we go back to that?
No.
Like, this is fucking
Shut up,
sick.
Larry.
This is sick.
Shut up, Larry.
There's a lot
fuck's
of
wrong with
this
you?
today, man. Shooting babies in the basement.
What is wrong with you? Stop it. Stop it.
This is gross.
You're gross. You're talking about shooting
It looks
babies.
like they put the babies in the blender.
Get out of here. Oh my god.
You should do that.
That was a
as-
baby smoothie down
Let me
there.
hear the baby in the blender is the Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Baby.
Put the
Baby
What
bunny
you
in the
do
blender.
is you put the baby in the blender, baby.
I don't condone anything they're saying.
Seriously,
Fuck
oh my
you're
god,
in
Fuck
the
stop.
all
box.
three of you. I'm not in this.
That's why you need to
that's
put you in
that's
the
exactly
box.
why I'm in the box.
That's right.
Because I'm like, no, fuck
'Cause
all
you-
that.
She
no.
doesn't play nice with
No,
others.
no, no.
Okay, take
No,
the
y'all
blood,
don't
take
play
the
nice
bloody
with
floor
me
off the
on
screen. I'm
purpose.
tired of the bloody floor.
Y'all
This is-
just say,
Jeez.
y'all just don't even give a shit.
Thank you, Connor.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Connor
All
said
right.
blender babies.
No, no fucking blender babies.
It's
No.
not bad until you hit the chunks.
Yeah.
Stop it.
He said babies
Oh my
apostrophe
God.
S, so the
Oh my God.
the blender babies own something at this point.
No,
That's a great
No.
That's a-
band name, Blender Babies.
no, no.
That's
No.
That's a food. That's the
No.
like little foods that they got in the
No.
pouches for the babies now.
Is
You
it?
can make a brand like Blender,
Blender
Babies.
Babies.
Yeah.
Hey, they make the
No.
little pouches of food now.
No,
Like
No.
moms. No,
Actually,
okay, I'm gonna
if
say
you
moms.
switch that around, that would be a good product
Baby
name.
blenders?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby blenders. Yeah, baby
Yeah.
blenders. That's actually really cool. Cause you ever like
Ash caps.
we're lazy now. You know how you had
I hate
the
you
jars
all.
of food.
This is my last show. I
Well, now
hate you
there's no
all.
more jars of food. Now there's
I won't be
plastic
here
containers
next
of
week,
food.
y'all.
Oh, wait.
This is bad
Ashley.
time. I can't do it.
And then you no
Aw.
longer have to feed the baby the food. They have it in a pouch that you just give to the baby, and the baby that sits there and sucks the food out
Nurses
the
off
pouch.
of it,
yeah,
huh?
yeah.
That's awesome.
No.
Okay.
Baby blenders.
No.
No, we're not even talking
No.
about bad stuff right now.
Okay,
Strawberry
but
word.
Oh, no,
what led
wait.
into this?
What if you had the little strawberry blend, and it was like strawberry daiquiri baby blenders?
Time out.
Yeah,
that would be
Ashley's not
awesome.
coming back.
Not
because
coming
she
back.
presented an article
Fuck
about
y'all.
a basement full of blood.
Yes.
You know?
It's Halloween special, but we're not talking about baby killing.
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, now
Okay.
we were talking about feeding the babies that are still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way we got there wasn't pleasant.
Oh.
Well, sometimes
Okay.
the
It's
journey
how you finish. It's
is
how you-
not
Okay.
that fun.
No.
It's how you finish.
Next topic.
No.
Right. Exactly.
The
That's
last topic.
That's what she said.
if she finishes.
These,
That was silent there. Woo!
You ready? Last
I
topic.
don't know.
All right.
Hope
So
she is.
these creepy artificial skin cases makes phones pinchable and ticklish.
What?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Phones?
Phones. Like the phone cases? Yeah, okay. Ever feel like your smartphone is becoming an extension of yourself? Not really. This newly developed phone case breaks down even more barriers between you and your phone with a lifelike skin, which allegedly, responds to human contact, such as pinching and tickling.
I want to marry
What?
my phone.
How does this respond? What's the
How does
what
it-
is the
how does it do
response?
So,
that?
I mean, I'm getting to that.
What kind of
Okay.
accessories do they have? Like a fleshlight that is an accessory for this?
A
now?
fleshlight.
That's awesome.
Speak.
That's
I
you
thought
can
that was a
explain
soap.
that to her later. It's a bar of soap.
It's
So
like a bar of
you get to
soap.
tickle your phone and be like coochie coochie coo.
Yeah,
Is that really?
like a baby.
You're the one bringing it up now.
It looks
no,
like
you're
a
being a
misshapen potato.
Why don't they
Fucker.
make bars of soap flexible like that?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going into innovation
You said what
right
now?
here. Bars of soap flexible like that?
It's not soap.
But I'm saying, why don't they make bars? That's just giving me an idea. Like, why not make bars of soap that are flexible and pinch and moldable? Like, that would be pretty. Okay, never mind.
I don't know. I don't know how that would work.
It'd be good for your pits.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Connor said my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
You
I don't
making
know what
milkshakes?
Yes.
He's in Michigan. Y'all want some milkshakes?
Well, I mean, we play with our phone
I
in
don't
other
know what
ways.
that
Might
means.
as well tickle our
I
phones
don't know
too.
what that means, but I think
Me
you should.
either.
I feel like I would be violated though.
What you play with
Sarah
yourself
said, "I'm silently
phone?
dying on the inside."
Oh.
I'm very vocally dying on the inside. Mark Tizer, I'm guessing,
Yes.
and his colleagues at Telecom Paris and France have devised an artificial skin for technology devices that detects and interprets a variety of gestures. For example, slapping the case indicates anger, and pinching or pulling its skin indicates an upset user. If a user tickles the accessory, it releases a laughing emoji onto the phone.
That's so weird.
Then it gets a little weirder because the guy who, obviously did all this, I wanted to pinch my phone. That is what he said. Why would you want to pinch your phone?
I agree with that.
What's this guy's name?
It's kind of
Mark
weird.
Tizer.
I don't know if this is gonna take off.
In a paper released Saturday, researchers build on a long history of artificial skin in the field of robotics to harvest interactive properties of the skin that are specifically useful for human-computer interaction. In essence, the researchers believe the phone skin could increase user expressiveness.
That doesn't make any sense.
But that's what they're saying. So, the researchers developed skin-on prototypes for smartphones, touchpads, and also a wristband for smartwatches. Oh, great. According to the paper, skin-on interfaces provide natural physical affordances, meaning users are more likely to explore the interface and discover new controls. Yeah, that's gross.
This is probably one of the stupidest fucking things
Yes.
I've ever seen. Like people
Let's
invent.
see. Oh, this
And watch
okay.
it take off and you'll be a millionaire.
The creepily
It's-
realistic
yeah.
skin layer is comprised of one layer of stretchable copper wire and between two layers of silicone. Applying pressure on the skin changes the electrical charge of the wiring.
What do you apply to make it black skin?
I don't know.
I know.
You
Why
have
is
to
it
get a
white?
hold. You have to get a hold of them to figure that out. I don't know. Maybe that's like the next step. Maybe they're gonna make all kinds of skin like tones.
Like
for
my
this.
phone needs a tan.
Yeah, your
to
phone
match
needs
me.
a tan. So
Yeah. I wonder if you have to put like suntan lotion on your skin.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
just to
know.
make
Spray
sure it
tan
doesn't
it.
burn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here, the team has big plans for the future, such as to make the skin more realistic with embedded hair and temperature features.
Connor said this
That's
is
what you think
inches
of?
away from jerking your phone off. I don't want
Yes.
phone cum.
That's what you think of first, to put hair on it, not like just black skin.
I
like,
know, right? I know. That's what I was thinking. Like, damn.
fuck?
They may also look to include larger surfaces. As they said, one participant put forth the idea of a skin-on wall. Their paper also mentioned changing the texture of the skin, such as with sweat or goosebumps. That's
What
gross.
the fuck?
To indicate disgust or frustration.
See, I was about to say it's enough that you want skin on your phone,
That's
but then
enough,
who would
yeah.
want hair on it? But now you put goosebumps. Like, can I get a pimple on my phone? Like, what the
Maybe.
fuck is that?
Your phone's having a rough time.
I need some
stressed.
blackheads.
Yeah, right.
What if your
Ew,
phone
God.
hangs out with like the wrong type of phones and then it gets herpes?
Right. Like, what if my phone's hanging out with the
mean-
wrong phone?
Yeah, just set your phone down anywhere. It's gonna pick up these.
I think it would get
diseases,
gonorrhea first.
Gonorrhea
Yeah.
on your phone, you know. Jeez,
Syphilis
man.
phone.
Oh, Rachel said, are they going to put the phone on vibrate? LOL.
Ooh, skin to skin action.
Jeez.
So the idea
Well,
There you
is
go.
a bit surprising, but skin is an interface we are highly familiar with, so why
I
not
think
use
that's the
it?
only way
And its
the
richness with the,
the guy
devices
who
we use every
invented
day.
it's
Because
ever
it's
gonna have
fucking
skin on
weird.
skin action
It's
too, man.
fucking weird.
Fucking
weird.
weirdo.
Mm-mm.
All right.
They said skin is
yeah.
what we have most interaction with.
It
What?
says the idea is this is what Dr. Anne Rodin said. The idea is perhaps a bit surprising, but skin is an interface we are highly familiar with. So why not use it and its richness with the devices we use every day?
An interface we're familiar with.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
That's what I was like, this is fucking weird though. Why?
It is.
I don't like this.
I don't like this.
All right. So
Oh,
is
I
that
like
it for crazy news?
Yeah,
Ashley,
that
please
that
come
is
back.
it.
Please
That
come
is it.
back.
All right.
That is all here.
All right. So we're gonna take a break.
Mm-mm.
We're gonna have some playing with balls.
Maybe? Ballz?
No, I think so.
You got him?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll have some playing with balls, and then we're gonna talk about our last topic, and then possibly a surprise.
Surprise!
Yes. So
It's not a skin phone for everyone.
it's not.
No, sorry,
it's
guys.
Not. No.
No.
But keep it locked right here on the
Everyone's
Epic Radio
disappointed
Show.
out there.
Where is that? Okay.
if it sounds like it too. That's more important.
Yeah, cool.
We're playing with Ballz,
Absolutely.
and I'm coming. What?
Go ahead.
I'm coming to you live from the Fairweather Fans Bandwagon Backers Bar here in Parma, Ohio.
Nice.
That's right. I'm out. I'm on assignment.
You're on
Live in the
assignment.
field.
Tons of Patriots fans here, because as you know, here in Cleveland, Ohio, there's no bigger Fairweather fan bandwagon backers than the Patriots fans in Northeast Ohio.
Yeah.
Wait, time out. You at a Browns backers bar?
Well, yeah, that's a normal thing. It's a Browns backers bar. But why would you have I mean, there's Browns backers bars all over the country, all over the world. Here in Northeast Ohio, especially in Parma, they have a Fairweather Fans Bandwagon Backers Bar. A bunch of Patriots fans, a few Steelers fans, one random Cowboys fan even.
Troy Aikman is the greatest quarterback of all time ever. Yeehaw!
Yeah,
Isn't
this
Troy
guy
Aikman
still
dead?
What?
Isn't Troy Aikman dead? He died of AIDS,
No,
didn't
he does color commentary still. Joe Buck has dead eyes.
Okay. Can I at least do your intros before we start talking? I'll play with Ballz right quick.
I mean, if you must.
Okay. I must. So let's do the intro real quick.
Walk the call behind the ball.
You motherfucker, dude. Okay.
Yeah, my headphone out. Oh my gosh.
Jesus. All right, guys. Are you there, Mark?
Yeah, did you do it?
Yes, and I have a picture
Oh,
of you
good.
with the Jason mask on. It's fucking fantastic.
All right.
How are you starting off playing with Ballz today?
Blue Hockeys, Blue Jackets hockey. Keep on winning.
Are you
we
there?
lose you, Mark?
You good?
Right. It's. I mean, you're gonna put the graphics up. Like I'm just calling. I mean, you called me actually. It's because
That was our first
I
mistake.
mean,
Are you okay?
oh me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just lets you know that the Blue Jackets keep winning, or at least getting games to overtime. They've done that in 4 straight games.
Hey, Mark.
Okay.
Mark, are the Blue Jackets winning?
Well, when they're not losing in overtime games, they're winning.
How many
All
overtime
right.
games have there been?
Huh?
How many overtime games have there been?
Well, they had just played in 4 straight overtime games.
Isn't
Are
that
you
like
Two of
one?
them-
Isn't that like one
What?
more game?
Are you drunk?
Me?
Yes.
No, I literally just got to this bar, the Fairweather Fans Bandwagon Backers Bar here in Parma. So I've got a beer in front of me, but it's the first one.
I think you need
Okay.
to have a glass of milk.
Yes.
You need to go see your doctor, I think.
Yes.
4 overtime
Well, on the
games is one more.
basketball.
4 overtime games is one more game. You should say it like that.
4 overtimes and what?
Nothing.
Move on to your
move
your
on
next
to
ball. Next
yeah.
ball.
There you go. Basketball.
Cleveland Cavaliers won their home opener yesterday.
Yes.
Go
Big-
Cavs!
Big Fred McLeod celebration. That guy's passing. Everybody was wearing their ties that his wife gave them as gifts. Cavs won the home opener 110-99 over the Indiana Pacers. Love and Thompson both had big games, so that was key. Cavaliers actually showed some defense, took a big lead in the second quarter, and didn't relinquish it.
How is Garland looking?
Garland looks pretty good. I think having a true point guard in there is going to help this team a lot. Sexton
Awesome.
moving over to the 2, and both of them play, like Sexton almost playing an off-point shooting guard type thing. That way he can score a little more. That's when they went on the really big run. Sexton was putting up points. Everybody was contributing. So.
Right, that's good.
that
But
was-
I was just making sure, like he was looking handsome, right? He was handsome. All right.
You know what's kind of tough? And it's really tough because, Larry, you're a black dude, and it's only going to make me sound racist.
Wait, you're black, Larry?
No,
I didn't know
let
that.
him finish.
Why do Sexton, Garland, and Porter all have like damn near the same hairstyle.
Yeah, I'm okay. As a black guy, I'm gonna tell you this. All right, you heard it from a black guy. I'm confused by that hairstyle. It is. I don't want to call it lazy because they upkeep it nicely.
Yeah,
It's
but
cool.
it just seems like I don't
But
know.
if one of those dudes had a different hairstyle, that would help me out.
It's it's a sponge. What I can't wait to see is if Kevin Love, or actually before all of them, if they can get Jetty Osmond to grow his fro out and kind of be in that same style and then stand in between
that'd be
all
funny.
of them, that'd be pretty cool. Like Jetty Osmond's hair is getting that high, so like if he can keep it going up and then get like more of like a Jonas Brothers from like
Yeah, I know
98
what
type
you're
style,
talking
you know
about,
what I'm
yes.
saying?
That like wavy 80s almost looking thing.
Yeah, you get a little pompadour up there
Yeah.
too. They can all stand together. It might be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I don't get the style. My hair does not grow that thick, so I can't do anything like for my hair for that. And I don't know how
they're just trying to push a new hair club for men, you know.
They say that there's this hair growth product, and then you could do this sponge thing. Like when black people go to the barbershop now to get that kind of style, when you start off with like lower hair, they have like this sponge thing that has some like moisturizer in it or something.
Okay.
So then after you get your hair cut, they don't touch the top, right? And then they use this sponge on you, and all they do is like lay it over your head, and then they sponge it in. But all it's doing is like tightly packing it in your hair. So the thing is with that moisture, and then with tightly packing it, you're causing your hair to encourage growth, right? And then you just keep on, and like they only wash your hair like once a week.
That's
or like
gross.
once every 2 weeks because they need to keep that moisture in there too. But they have this other product to kind of keep like dandruff away and kind of keep it maintained. So it's really hard to maintain, but I guess it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I don't know why they all three decided to do it. I don't think it
And
was a
that's
simultaneous
my only
decision,
issue
though.
with it.
I think we should
'Cause,
focus
like,
on something more than the hairstyle for the team, though, man. The team needs more than a hairstyle right now.
Well, they did win yesterday, so that helps too.
But it was the
But
Pacers,
the
too.
only reason why the hairstyle thing is brought up is because you got three young dudes, and
Yeah,
I haven't figured out who wears which number yet.
Don't say it.
Hairstyle helps.
Okay.
But if they all have the same exact hairstyle, they're all almost exactly 6'2" or 6'3", and I don't know which.
Guys,
Guy
let
wears
me
which
know. I'm
number.
trying to stop him from saying it, right?
I know,
Okay.
I hear you. I'm with you.
He's trying to say all black people look the same.
And
That's
he
what he's
said
trying to say.
Well, I'm not saying it directly, but could you tell me which guy was which if you were watching?
Just learn the numbers.
I mean, they're all good
That's
at
what I gotta do. I'm
basketball,
aware
so
of
it
that.
don't
You
matter.
got time. Okay.
Porter wears 10. That much I know for sure.
I thought Garland was 10.
See now we don't know. If you can't tell, then that's a real problem.
No, I'm pretty sure Garland is 10, but I can also tell
I hope
what
Garland's
who
10.
they look like too.
Well, who's 4? Sexton's 4, right?
Yes.
Sexton is 4. I know that one.
And I think
So then,
So
I
there's a
think-
4-year-old
I think
playing
Porter's
basketball.
12.
I'm really
Don't know.
confused.
I think Porter's 12. I think. But I know Garland's 10. Because
No, there's no 12. One of them's 2, one of them's 4, one of them's 10.
Ryan said almost exactly.
Well, I know Garland's 10 because he reminds me of Donovan Mitchell on Utah, and he wears number 10 as well.
Well, all right, and then we know that the starters are both wearing 10 and 4, and then Porter's coming off the bench wearing number 2.
Michelle Ann, if you're awake, call in and straighten us out on these
Yes.
numbers. Michelle
Yes,
Ann
yes,
is
yes,
the
yes.
biggest Cavs fan in Northeast Ohio.
Absolutely.
So, Michelle, if you're awake, give us a call. Tell us whose numbers are who.
And
And then that'll help.
who's winning
And
what
the numbers on the
hairstyle.
screen.
Okay.
Hey, in baseball,
Meanwhile, in baseball.
the Astros have even the World Series
you call them the Astros?
2 games apiece.
Yep.
Final score in that was 8-1. Bregman hit a grand slam that pretty much sealed that win for them.
So what do you
Really
think?
wasn't much of a what?
What are you thinking on that series? Who's taking it?
It's really
Depends on
hard.
who wins tonight.
You think so?
What's
Pretty
that?
much that simple.
Who wins
If the
tonight, you think?
Nationals win tonight, they should be able to win 1 or 2 in Houston. Thus far, though, neither team has won a home game, so
Right, they're all
that's
road
something
vicks.
to look at.
That's weird. That's backwards.
So who do you think will pull out a
Exactly.
home win first?
I think the Astros will. I think the Astros.
Well, if the
then that's who wins
Nationals
the
win
series.
tonight, that'll be
They
the
got better
home win,
pitching.
and that's
Yeah,
what'll change it up.
yeah. They got better pitching, I think. I don't know. I'm not the biggest baseball fan.
I think when me and Mark talked about this before, I think they're pretty even. Like with, like
I think their
what
offense
they're pitching lax with one,
Right.
the batters pick up. You know what I
agree.
mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like that's why I feel like
That's
it's
how the
really
Indians were
close.
last year.
Yes. Well, yeah, you
This
know what
is
I'm saying?
true.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But like seriously, like I really feel like it's a pretty evenly matched team, and it really all depends on honestly, I guess what they had for breakfast or whatever.
I would
you know,
agree.
like,
I
you
want-
know,
I want
like-
the Nationals to win.
What kind of day they're
one, because
having.
Astros have already won.
Right.
And two, because I have an autographed baseball by Drew Cabrera, and he hit that home run in Game 2. That was pretty awesome. So that value is just nice.
I go ahead.
I do think it's cool that it has Drupals on the team.
Yeah.
That was a pretty key pickup for them. Helped them get into the series just
Yeah.
in general.
I said when he played for the Indians, that dude is a star, and nobody really wanted to believe me. And when we traded him too, I was like, "That's a big mistake."
Stupid,
but we
yeah.
had to trade him to get Lindor.
Yeah.
So that was the big thing. Like they're to me like my two favorite shortstops in the history
Yeah.
of the game. I absolutely love those two players. So to see a Drupal in there in the World Series is pretty cool.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
good lead into like how many former tribe members are on those two teams?
Actually,
you know?
a lot. Like
A
there's
lot.
Jan Gomes out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brantley, I think, is
Yes.
up there.
Yeah.
There's a number of former tribes.
So I
Yeah.
think Cleveland has a lot to be able to cheer behind the Nationals, you know, as they wrap up this World Series.
Well, I mean, they're the underdogs.
Right.
You would say. I mean, they haven't won anything.
That's not the reason
Right.
I'm saying Cleveland should. We don't want to be labeled like that. Like we always root for the underdog. Like one of
We're
these days,
always underdogs. So why not? You know.
we need to change that mentality. Stop
I
thinking
wish we could.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
Just cheer
Until-
for them.
There's
because I
a-
love those players. I love those players.
There's a total of 4 former Cleveland Indians, 2 on the Astros and 2 on the Nationals. And if you can name the other guy who's on the Astros, I'd be impressed.
Gnome, Brantley.
Gomes, right? Jan Gomes,
Yeah.
He's on the Nationals, yeah.
Um,
That's a former Indian there.
and then Drupal Cabrera.
Cabrera,
That's 3
Brantley.
former Indians. There's 1 more on the Astros.
Oh,
The only other one I'm thinking is, I don't know. You got me.
oh,
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Oh.
two
You ready?
after the game.
Yeah. Who is it?
Go ahead.
Tip of my tongue too.
Relief pitcher Joe Smith.
Ah,
Joe Smith.
yes.
I knew it was a pitcher. I was gonna go with what's the last
Here's the
pitcher we
relief
had? It
pitcher.
was the Latino guy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But I can't remember his name now.
I can't think
but
of
I
his
thought
name
I thought
either.
pitching. Yeah, it was gonna be down that avenue. But nice. What else? You got some more balls?
So I guess lastly are the oddly shaped balls. I'll just touch on these oddly shaped balls real fast in the Ohio
Nice.
State game. Big win over Wisconsin. Wisconsin kept it close. They were only trailing 10-0 at halftime. Ohio State actually even gave up a touchdown early in the third quarter. We're only leading 10-7 when Ohio State scored back-to-back touchdowns in the third quarter. When the third quarter ended, it was 24-7. Ohio State scored 2 more touchdowns and make it 38-7. Just demolished Wisconsin in that second half.
Did you see the interview? I only heard it, so I don't know which player was speaking, but I assume
Okay.
it was the quarterback, right? He was like, "Yeah, we could have scored more points, like, I'm upset that we didn't, but I think we pulled it together. We pulled out a good win, but we could have scored more." I was like, "Yo, you guys are fucking arrogant."
Yeah. No shit.
Well, that was the
And
weird thing about the
Wisconsin's a
first
good team
half.
too.
Was the first half. I mean, Ohio State and Wisconsin are 2 of the best defenses in
Yeah.
the nation.
Absolutely.
And it looked like it in the first half. But then J.K. Dobbins, Fields, they just ran all over everybody. Their defense looked tired in the second half. Our defense, a kid that plays DN, who's now getting Heisman Trophy talk, he was coming around. He wound up with 4 sacks. It was awesome.
Hey, Sarah asked if you were up to 2 beers now because you pronounce Astros Astros.
Well,
I thought
I
he
normally
was-
call them the ass
Yeah,
holes, but huh?
I thought you was calling them the ass screws.
Oh, gotcha.
It's funny though. Last year, I think most of Northeast Ohio was rooting for the Astros,
Yeah.
and now I think this year, they're most of Northeast Ohio is rooting for the Nationals
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of
Seems that way.
Yeah.
I'm that way. I rooted for the Astros last year.
Is that Fairweather Bar
That is-
hosting the World Series?
Yeah, there's a bunch of Brantley Astros jerseys here already.
See?
The guys who are here real early.
I'm just gonna go
Cool.
down there with my baseball in my hand.
Ryan said they are very even when the Astros are tired.
Oh, hot
so
take.
that was a
Hot
yeah.
take.
Okay.
So
Did you have anything else for us?
NFL, Mark.
NFL, right?
And the last thing is that, since I am here at the Fairweather Fans Bandwagon Backers Bar with all these Patriots fans in the background.
Fuck the God to Harvard.
I mean, they're such fake Patriots fans. They've started talking like they're from Boston.
Oh, I thought you were with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The sights are calling.
They're such big Cleveland Patriots fans that they're shouting random things about being Irish even in the background. It's crazy.
That doesn't fit at all.
Huh?
That doesn't fit at all. And tell him he sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
With a dick in his
Well,
mouth.
I mean, he might. I mean, like I said, these are a bunch of morons in Parma, a bunch of Parma skanks here. They're all fondling
We're
each
gonna have to
other.
save
It's
Mark
nuts.
later today.
Hey, don't be knocking on the Parma skanks, man. Those are some of the best skanks in Ohio right there.
I want the Parma Skanks to come to One Light to Play when we open in 2020, so we got to take it easy.
Take it easy.
They're the
Parma
best skanks. That's why they're the Parma skanks.
No pun intended. Take it easy.
Okay.
So they're all in the background, all being horny and pretending to think they're Irish, and they sound like Patrick Schwarzenegger or Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's the love child of
That's
Patrick
three
Swayze
beers.
and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's gonna be my game.
Yeah, that's that
That's
kid
gonna
that
be
he
my
had with that
gamer tag now.
Hispanic housekeeper of his.
Patrick
Patrick.
Schwarzenegger.
He sounds Spanish, Irish, and Austrian all at the same time.
That's hilarious.
It's gonna be Patrick, like
So what about them
PACK,
brownies?
Patrick Schwarzenegger.
So they've got all their Patriots predictions. I've been hearing a lot of 35-3. What else you guys got with your chowder and all your crap? What else are you yelling out here?
48 Jack.
48 Jack. That's something some guy said. I don't even know what
How do you
that
score Jack?
voice was.
I'm a fielder. Football.
All right, so I actually also have, and I like when I'm wrong with predictions, but I do have the Patriots winning 34-27. That's my prediction.
Mark, I like that score. I think the Browns are going to bring a game today. I think that Kitchen is going to. He's looked at the tapes and seeing how they can play against this team, much like how we did with the Rams. You know, we played pretty well against the Rams because we watched the tapes. We saw what the Patriots did to them, and that's what we did to the Rams.
Yeah.
I think I'm hoping that they're gonna play
God damn,
the Patriots
dude,
the same way.
You can't
You can't go
take
and play
anything
ball. You have to
away
play ball
with
against them.
from. You can't take anything away from the Patriots.
No.
They're undefeated.
Yeah.
They got Tom fucking Brady.
Did you guys hear
He's
this
an
thought?
American fucking. He's a specimen.
Did you guys hear this thought that we should
The
sit
human
Baker Mayfield
specimen.
because we knew we were going to lose?
Say that again.
There's this thought that was going around like when the bye started. Like,
Uh-huh.
no, was it the bye?
Last week was the
yeah,
bye.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Should we sit Baker Mayfield because we know we're going to lose?
No. I hate that.
I'm like, what?
I hate that.
And then people were trying to justify it with the fact you want to make sure you keep him healthy. So if you sit him now, like, isn't that the whole point of keeping a fucking healthy quarterback is to compete against the top
The best.
competition, right?
Yeah.
That's why you have an offensive line. You put the stronger offensive line
I
out
was
there.
so appalled when I heard him talking about this on the radio and then tweeting out a poll about it. Like, you guys be serious? Like, are you kidding?
Try to sit.
Yeah,
Baker?
sit Baker because you know you're gonna take the loss and you didn't want to get him hurt.
Yeah, that's
Like, you are
That is so
kidding me.
That's that
stupid.
playing for
The
draft
whole
mentality.
point-
I hate.
Even if you were
Exactly.
playing for draft,
I'm
there's
tired
no
of
way
that
you got a
shit.
healthy quarterback and you put him on a
Yes.
bench. No
Playing
matter the
for-
That's
competition.
ridiculous. That's just tucking your tail in between your
Yep.
legs
Yep.
and just getting ready for that dick with no condom and no
Mhm.
lube.
And that's why I hate the media when it comes to sports. Like why are you guys trying to spin a story that's not even fucking there? Like who would think that? Like,
Yeah, I sure the hell hope that's not. But if they were going to bench him, we would already know he's starting.
And that's all they talked about that
Absolutely.
afternoon. I was so mad
Absolutely.
about that.
Well, you have the media and you have that little like 5% or 10% of people who are like really loud, obnoxious, dumb Browns fans.
Yeah.
Because they had that same
Mark.
argument before the season began. And remember that because it was we should just start Gilbert so Baker stays healthy. To what? For what?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any damn sense.
It
Well,
doesn't.
Play
do
your
that,
starting
we should've-
quarterback
we should've
because he's
kept-
your starting quarterback.
Exactly. He wouldn't be the starting fucking quarterback.
Now
So
they
they
wanted to
brought
start
that back.
Landry over Mayfield. after what was that?
It's completely absurd.
Why didn't we just keep Tyrod then? That would have
Exactly.
been the thing to do. Keep Tyrod and develop Baker. That's what I would have.
I wanna
liked.
see-
Or even
I want to see the first team that goes with a true 2 quarterback set. Like every other game is a different
Pittsburgh
quarterback.
did that for a while. Remember a number of years ago they put Stewart.
When they were trying to still find. They weren't doing it for like the purpose of this is our game plan.
No,
they were
that
still,
was their game plan. They
who was
alternated
that
quarterbacks back in
I mean,
the
if we were going to do all that, we should have fucking kept RG3 with the knee injury and just put him in there to get fucking tackled.
What was that, Epic?
I said if we were going to do all that, we should have just kept RG3 with the knee injury and just let his ass get tackled when we were going to lose.
Right.
No.
Because look, we got Odell Beckham, and I don't think we're throwing to him enough. Even
no.
What do you say about that, Mark?
Or giving Chubb the ball.
Well, we are throwing what? No. Okay, we are throwing it to Beckham quite a bit. I think he's first or second on the team in receptions. So
we're not throwing enough to anyone.
Think it's enough.
To anyone. Like we're not getting enough reception attempts in this game. If we do get the bulk of our receptions are coming in a flat to not our receivers,
what is it,
not
3
our receiving
seconds?
core.
Is it 3 seconds? What's the ball is hiked that you're supposed to get rid of it?
We're not supposed to. Okay, it's not a supposed to like. Okay, I guess there's an average line, right? But what you're getting on is that they notice for when Baker makes his completion. So he's about a 57% completion
rate.
Which isn't great, but you know,
his interceptions
last year. Put it
he's
that
number
way.
one in interceptions.
It's respectable.
Year too.
But at that 57% completion rate,
is that what 13 interceptions?
When he releases the ball within 2.3 seconds of the snap, that he has to. He has to. They've even got like in the first 2 weeks, he was releasing the ball in like 1.8 seconds. Like he has to get that ball out quick. That's the only time he's successful. We rarely see some of his completions where he has real time in the pocket.
At that snap, you know why? Because I really feel like his offensive line has been failing him a little bit.
Yeah.
They really have because
it's the right side.
He's been
right
looking.
Side for 2 years.
He's been looking like I've noticed because he's a smaller guy compared to most quarterbacks. And I'm sorry, but you see these motherfuckers come at you, and you're not 100% about your offensive line. You're going to start doubting yourself. You're going to start worried about getting hit and not worried about throwing that football. That's what it's coming down to.
Right, said we went ESPN, but I don't mind.
Oh yeah, but I don't mind. But hey, we know our shit though. At least
you want to be Skip and I'll be Stephen A.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the thing.
You could be Charles Barkley.
the passes, the terrible, terrible, the terrible.
Oh man. All right. Is there anything else you got for us, Mark?
I'll just close. I'll close in on this. You guys can wrap me up when I tell you that there's a lot of partial truths to what you said in there. There are truths in there.
Yeah.
No, I mean, go ahead. The fact of the matter is when he holds the ball too long, yes, he is getting sacked. He is getting pressured. He is getting hurried. Yeah. He is actually one of the highest in the league in failure rate when he holds the ball for too long. And we're talking about like fractions of seconds here.
Yeah.
When he was at his most successful and it was 1.8 seconds, when he was doing well and it was at 2.3 seconds, and when he's been having problems and it's at 2.8 seconds or longer that he's holding the ball. And as an offensive lineman, your job is to get your initial block in there to deter the rusher, and he should be able to let go of the ball at the latest in that middle ground, that 2.3, 2.5 seconds. Yeah. That's what most of the best passers in the league are doing. That's when he's been the most successful. When he holds the ball just that fraction of a second longer, just that 0.3, half a second longer, that's where he's been getting in trouble. That's not even entirely on the offensive line. It's partially on the offensive line, but it's partially on him. It's partially on his receivers not running the right routes. It's on a lot of different guys. And he's got to be worried that he's going to throw a ball to Callaway and it's going to bounce off his stone hands.
That's true.
Well, Beckham has some stone hands too.
Yeah, I know. I mean, what the fuck? It's like it's literally just bouncing off their shit. Like it's in their hand, but either going right through it or just bouncing off and then landing directly into the He has 13 interceptions so far this year?
It's up there like that.
11.
Oh yeah,
11. Okay, 11. I would say.
I think I made it with Mark.
I don't know if I'm like crazy about this or whatever, but I would say over half of them aren't his fault.
Well, I don't know.
The
I
receiver's
think
fault.
sometimes on the short passes, he's just putting too much mustard on the ball.
I think
That's why
when
you
it
see
comes-
where they
I
don't pull it in.
Yeah, I think
You know,
when
he
it comes to
doesn't have the finesse,
interceptions,
the
it
touch.
is his fault. The interceptions.
I think on some of them, on the short passes, he's putting too much on it. You know,
Short passes is too much. Long passes, he's trying to drill them into tight spots that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Or then the third option is he's not
There's
seeing the
been
read.
quite a few times where
he's not seeing the
they're
read.
completely open.
Yes,
It is directly to them.
I agree.
It is to their hands.
I agree.
And literally, it's like.
But that's the drop
You
one.
know?
Those are the drop. Those are the incompletes. But we're talking about the interceptions.
No,
like when
I'm
he
talking
sees
about,
someone,
like, going-
he sees someone
What
wide
was
open, and
that,
then he doesn't see the person behind him. And like you said, he puts too much on it,
What
and
was
it
the
goes
last
right
one
to
we
them
lost?
instead.
goes through their
What was
hands.
who was the last ones we played
But you should
against?
see
I can't
that
think
defender
of.
back there. You should see
Was it the
that back door.
not
Like
the
you can't.
Giants?
He's backdooring you. He's gonna
Mark,
be a
help
wall.
me out.
Yeah, overthrows on short passes, throwing into
do
double
we play
coverage
like?
on those medium to longer routes, and sometimes it bouncing off other guys' hands.
In-
So
in-
Who do we play against last time?
Indianapolis, wasn't it? Indy?
Was it Colts?
no, our last game was against the Seattle Seahawks.
Seahawks.
yeah.
Now that's a perfect game. That's a perfect example of what I was talking about.
I agree.
There was 2 interceptions directly,
Right, and they went through the hands.
right through the hands,
Right.
like literally, like their fingertips
I agree.
touched the ball and landed directly behind them into the protectors.
Yeah,
Hands.
defenders.
You know what I mean? Defenders.
Protectors.
I'm sick and I'm
It's
trying
like
not
gladiators.
to, like, whatever. Yes. Hey, well they call it the the other form of gladiators. But anyways, but I want to like I said I really feel like out of them 11 interceptions, I'd say like 5 of them were actually receiver errors and not necessarily
Maybe, but we'll see what we do today.
I don't know if I can agree
Bakers.
with that.
okay. But
But
anyways,
we're allowed to disagree, right?
yes. But
nothing wrong with
okay,
it.
but
You'll
that
still
was
invite me back,
playing with
right?
balls. You didn't have anything else for us, right,
Played with
Mark?
them balls for a while.
Nope, he's going to sign off and let you know until next time. This time has been the most recent. You all have a great rest of your day. Go Brownies!
Yes, absolutely. Hey, they're playing today, correct?
Yes.
What time?
You're joking, right?
No.
The
I
game's
know.
at 4:30 today.
Yes.
You can catch it on the iNet network.
There you go. That's what I was.
Their
waiting
logo
for.
got a big eye in case I
I
can't
was
say
setting
CBS.
you up to knock it down, Mark.
What happened?
I was setting it up to knock it for you to knock it down. That was a setup.
I don't know.
yes.
There's times where I've been like, "Hey, did you watch the game?" And you were like, "Oh, it was on already."
I'm fucking with you most of the time. Anyways,
I
so
think so. I can't tell, man.
I know I'm really good at that. But anyways,
Me too.
all
Maybe
right.
it's
So
because of the beer goggles.
thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you, Mark.
All right, see ya.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
So that was Mark. That was playing with balls.
That was the whole damn room.
Yes.
Playing with balls.
Oh, my bad. I'm not supposed to touch the balls?
Holy shit.
Yeah. He's still on the line somewhere. I don't know.
I don't think he knows how to hang up.
Why are you still on the line? Yeah, I'm hanging up now. Bye.
Both people hang up in this situation.
See ya.
All right.
That was Mark Warren.
Yes, we're
At the
playing with the
bar.
balls.
Go Browns!
Yes.
Hmm.
Go Browns.
Hey, does everybody know that you can get an Epic T-shirt for only $10?
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's a great thing.
I heard they got free shipping too.
Oh shit.
Those are great gifts for the
Yeah.
holidays. You know that I'm taking T-shirts to my family for Thanksgiving.
You know,
thought you were
I
gonna
should
say for
actually
Halloween.
make some holiday, Halloween, like either Christmas epic shirts or whatever. That'd be like ho ho hos.
Have
You
you
know
seen my holiday shirt?
what?
It says my holiday plans.
No.
Eat shit nap.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't see that one. That's good.
That's my Christmas shirt.
Yeah. Let's see. I haven't gotten a response from.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
This is the dead air time.
Nope.
No, it doesn't have to be.
Okay. All right. So
Oh, okay.
I guess our last topic before we get out of here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Dum, dum.
North Carolina. What more can I say about North Carolina? I don't know.
Mm.
Oh, well.
Nothing.
Have you guys ever been?
I love North Carolina.
I do too.
It is the best of both worlds. You get the beach and you get the mountains.
Durham and Burlington.
Well, also they have a replica of the first Halloween house. Michael Myers, where he grew up in. That's Jason. That's Friday the 13th. You guys really suck at that.
Wait.
26-year-old.
Yes.
26-year-old first-time home buyer with no blueprints and no land decided to build a near exact replica of Michael Myers' house from the 1978 horror film Halloween.
You're doing it backwards.
Yes. Kenny Caperton completed construction on what's called the Myers House NC in 2009, according to the house's website. It's not open to random visitors, and there are no tours, but people are allowed to make appointments to look at the exterior. He also hosts an annual Halloween bash, during which the house is open to the public. Caperton and his wife visited the original house in South Pasadena, California, to get the exact measurements and recreate elements from the front porch, such as its citrus-shaped brackets and the porch post. From the front and side, Caperton said the house is as close as possible to the original. What the fuck? But it's not what you would expect on the inside. The original Michael Myers house, built in 1888, evidently had no bathrooms. So Caperton had to make some improvements to the layout. He added bathrooms, larger bedrooms, and a laundry room, but reportedly kept at least one. The one belonging to Myers' first victim, his older sister Judith, in the same place. The hallways...
Wait, back up. You just lost me there. There were no bathrooms. He built some bathrooms. And then what happened with the bathrooms? They
took a shit in them.
What are you talking about? He built in 1888 when the original house was built. There was no bathrooms in it.
Nobody went to the bathroom. There were no bathrooms. 1800s.
So when he built the replica, he added a bathroom to the plans.
Right, I got that one, and then you rolled into something else. Did that have to do with the bathrooms?
No.
Oh, okay.
Said he made some improvements to the layout. He added bathrooms, larger bedrooms, and a laundry room, but it reportedly kept at least one room, the one belonging to Myers' first victim, his older sister Judith, in the same place. The hallway, staircase, kitchen, dining room, and living room were also kept in the same basic location. Yeah,
this replica sounded like just a homage.
It kind of is. Since the house is not just a replica project and actually a primary place of residence, the house has modern appliances and is decorated in more of a rustic farmhouse Victorian-inspired look. The Michael Myers house also isn't in a neighborhood unlike the original. Instead, it reportedly sits on 5 acres of farmland in Hillsborough, roughly 30 miles outside Raleigh.
Come on, I'm angry.
While the house's setting might not mimic the neighborhood feel of the original, the rural setting has its own spooky charm. It adds a unique twist on a house so many people are used to seeing in suburbia, according to their website. Imagine Michael Myers stalking you and having no neighbors to run to. For more info, go to MyersHouseNC.com.
The entire thing is a mockery and a sham.
Why, Larry? Because I know you were itching to say shit that whole fucking article. So go ahead.
The house isn't even with the same blueprint or design.
There was no blueprint.
It's
gonna collapse like the Hard Rock.
There. It's not even in a neighborhood like the original one is. It's not the Michael Myers house. It's just not that house.
It's a house. That's all.
It's a house.
It's a house.
And you got a room that pays homage to Michael Myers' first fictional victim. That's like, so imagine if I went and lived in California and bought me some land on the top of a mountain, of a dirt desert ass mountain in California.
Okay.
And then built what I thought was based on the plans of the Christmas Story house, and then added a third fucking floor to it and said I live there too. Do I have the fucking Christmas Story house?
No.
No. Like, what is that?
You gotta have a leg lamp to have this Christmas Story house.
Yeah, I made a chimney out of a fucking leg lamp. Do I have a Christmas Story house? No, I made a tribute to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I would say replica is probably not a good word to use.
Or even calling it the Michael Myers house. That is not that.
Well, I mean, it's the original one. Okay, so the original Michael Myers house isn't in a suburban neighborhood anymore either.
No.
They raised
so
it.
let me explain.
Is that
So
the Smithsonian?
in 1988, well, the house was completely run down.
Mm-hmm.
It was scheduled for demolition.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to build a hospital in that neighborhood, so that whole block was getting wiped out. So last minute, this guy decides, I'm going to save it. So he moved it to. He had no land either, so he picked up the house.
Call my boy Jeremy Rodriguez if you need some land.
He arranged, yes, he arranged for this house to be moved, and he set it in a railroad, like
a rail yard.
Rail yard, yes. Okay, and because he got it basically approved as a historical landmark. They can't do anything with it. Like, they can't knock it down. They can't move it. So they converted it to office space.
What?
So
are we still talking about the Michael Myers house?
The Pasadena one, the original one.
The original one from the movie, yeah.
Okay. So there's no way, like, and they kind of frown upon people, like, taking pictures there and stuff. So in a way, this is a good replacement because you could at least schedule something with them to, see the exterior. And like I said, once a year.
And it's by appointment because they live in that bitch too.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
Well, obviously they don't want, like, just random
Does anybody
people
live in the
showing
Christmas
up.
Story house?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
owned.
Yeah.
I think there's a caretaker. There's a caretaker, but I don't think they
live
live
next
there.
door.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
see, that's different.
Yeah.
I don't think they live next door because there's a museum and then there's the house. There's two
I thought
complexes.
I thought the museum was on the first floor of the house.
I think there's two houses there now that they like. There's an office.
There is. There's a
complex.
separate house,
Yeah,
but
but
it's like next door though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where the caretaker
That's
lives.
become a big thing. The whole Christmas house.
But the house itself is still itself, right? Is the museum in the house or the museum? I thought the museum was in the house.
But
that's what I think.
What you gotta understand also is the Christmas Story house isn't necessarily like it is either, because the Christmas Story house, well, when they shot that, it was only the exterior. The interior was actually a set.
Yeah, studio sets.
So what they did was the owners of it actually converted it to look like the set.
Yes.
So it in itself is not a replica.
But the backyard scenes at the house were
You
the
see what
big
I'm saying?
things.
So
I guess
it's
so.
more for like a nostalgic, more of like
Okay,
a,
forget the Christmas Story house. Let's
Yes.
say we talk about the Home Alone house. Now I know that is an actual fucking house.
also same thing. They shot the exterior of the house, but the interior was all a set.
Oh, that
I
is
would
true.
think so.
They
That's
redesigned.
usually the
Same
they
as the
did
full
redesign
house.
the actual one.
House.
What about the Bates Motel?
Oh, how about the Bates Motel?
Bam!
Huh?
Let's go there.
They didn't exist. They built
Oh
that.
shit! They built it after the set was done.
See, I know my shit, man. I know my
fucking
yeah.
movie house.
I
On
do.
the back
Yes.
lot, yeah.
So they built that. I believe actually that was another thing where they kind of let it go. And what's crazy about that is they only built the front part of the house. They didn't
The
actually.
facade.
Yes, they actually
I
did.
gotta ask now: is anything real?
No, nothing.
Magic of movies,
yeah,
man.
like
What
I
about the
know.
Stranger Things house? Tell me that's real.
Well, that's just a trailer.
That's really all it is.
Yeah, that was probably in their back lot somewhere.
That's
of a
actually
studio,
on the
yes.
back lot?
Yeah. Oh man. Yes, and
Okay.
Fuller House.
I
Same
won't
thing.
believe
Yeah.
anything I see in the movies.
I
man.
know, so that's why I said. So, like, to say, oh, it's not a replica, whatever. Well, it kind of is, because like
I
you
don't
can't
know.
really judge it off that. I mean, they
Oh,
tried.
I can judge it.
You
I
can
can
judge
judge
it, but you wouldn't be correct in judging it.
He's judging your judgment there.
Is anyone
Yes.
ever correct when they judge something? Like, who's
Oh.
the correct judge?
Judges.
Well, they just think they're correct. They are
Absolutely.
Judges get told by jury.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Anyways, well, you know what's crazy about this? Sometimes you are judged by the jury, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because they're the ones that actually decide whether
Or
you're
by
guilty
Dredd.
or innocent.
This is true.
Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd.
Yeah. Well, then he's judge,
Judge
jury, and
Judy?
executioner.
I
right?
want a Magic 8-Ball theme with Judge Dredd so he can make all my decisions.
I
in
am the
life.
dream killer. Actually, what's funny, Ryan, is before, you know, like how like on Facebook you can write your little like title of your it used to say Destroyer of Dreams on it.
I think you can still write that. It still comes up.
No, it's not that. It's, I think it says
It says tagline or something.
yeah, there's a tagline, but what I'm saying is I used to have it as Destroyer of Dreams. Now it's you ain't cool unless you poop your pants. That's yeah, that's what it is. So
Well, I was.
I gotta
cool this
rethink
weekend.
everything about life.
I
Yeah.
was very cool this weekend.
yeah,
I
so
shit my pants.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cooler than ice.
I haven't heard anything
Damn
from.
chorizo sausage,
Okay.
man. Tore me up.
So I think that's it, guys.
No.
If anybody else
Wait.
has anything,
Chris said no.
Wait, that's
That's
it?
not it.
yeah,
Wow.
Oh, you were, that was no as in shock, as in question.
Wow,
like,
man.
no.
You
Yeah.
were just getting it rolling.
it
It's always
goes
so much
it goes
fun.
quick, man.
I'll tell you,
We're
man.
actually over in time too.
Are we penalized? Do we have
No.
to sit in the box?
No, only Ashley,
Only
who's
Ashley.
been oddly quiet.
Yeah.
She's had enough of this today.
She's mad about
Yeah.
the sports talk.
She's mad about the baby in the blender.
I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna say that. I
I
wasn't
did.
gonna
I
say it.
went
I
there.
said
I
the sports and
went
the
there.
balls.
She's gonna grimace.
Yep. All right, guys. Well,
Well,
thank you guys for joining us this week.
Ryan was here the whole show too. We should give a shout out to Ryan Connor for being on the whole
Yeah,
show.
Ryan's out.
man.
Yeah.
Ryan was out. Connor was
Ryan,
out.
Connor, you know,
Yeah.
we still have 10 people watching.
So,
Yeah.
you guys are awesome.
So thank you guys
Make
so
sure you
much.
share.
Rachel hanging out in the chat says we should take a epic road trip.
Yes, absolutely, Sarah.
Who says that?
She said, "Have a good day. Protect the babies."
That's right.
Absolutely.
Save the babies.
Oh,
That's
yes.
the other T-shirt.
Yes.
Ban the box and save the babies.
Yep.
That's what Ryan learned from the show. Love the babies, eat sweet Asian, and don't mess with Halloween.
That is a great way
That
to
sums
sum
it
up the
up.
show,
Sums it
There
up,
right?
it is.
right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's it, man.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Make sure you follow us on the social medias. Check out our website. And if you want, donate to the Epic Radio Show on Cash App.
Wakanda forever.
Yes, Wakanda Forever.
And ever.
You have anything to add, Ashley?
Nope.
All right. All right. On that note, we will go. Thank you.
Dear Mr. President, there are too many states nowadays. Please eliminate 3. I am not a crackpot.
Oh, wow, that was terrible.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Go!
That's my only real motivation, is not to be hassled. That and fear of losing my job, but you know, Bob, that'll only make someone work just hard enough not to get fired.
And I'm sorry, we're out of time. Bye.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Please leave this office.
Do we get any sort of souvenir?
Get out of my office!
Oh my God, it feels so good. Oh yeah, oh slow down. Oh yeah, who's your daddy?
That's all, folks.